I'm Galadon from Galadon Gaming, caster, streamer, and mobile content creator on YouTube since 2013.
I'm Molt, and I've been making mobile gaming content on YouTube for 4 years now. Today there's 20,000 euros on the line as a whole bunch of the top players from Clash of Clans are going against 4 YouTubers in the new Builders Hall 6 tournament.
And we're on our way to Helsinki, Finland to bring you the Clash of Clans Builder Base YouTuber versus Clan Leader tournament. Let's go! Welcome to Helsinki, Finland. I'm Galadon here with Molt, and we are about to bring you the Clash of Clans at Builder Hall 6 Clan Leaders versus YouTubers tournament.
That's right, guys. There is 20,000 euros on the line, and these guys are going to be going head-to-head for a little bit of that cash prize. We've got 4 of the top Builders Hall Clan Leaders on my right side, and over on my left, we've got 4 YouTubers. Today's going to be pretty crazy.
Absolutely. It's going to be a bracketed tournament, and we've got them sitting like this because the Clan Leaders face each other first. We get down to 1 Clan Leader, and in the finals, that Clan Leader faces the winner of all of the YouTubers to take home that top 10,000 euro prize.
Right, and 10,000 is not the only. There are 3 other prizes. There's 5,000, 3,000, and 2,000. So that means we actually have a bronze bracket as well. So a couple of guys get kicked out are going to have a chance to get some of that money.
Yep, we'll have a playoff for 3rd and 4th place. Anybody who wins their first set of matches is going to cash. So why don't we go ahead and meet our players, starting with the Clan Leaders. On the end, we've got Wicked Tick. All right, Wicked Tick, welcome. So you're the leader of Plan B?
Correct.
Is that
correct.
Because Plan A failed?
Yeah, it just didn't work out for us.
All right, so, but also kind of your Plan B, you came back to Clash of Clans after the Builder Hall update came, is that right?
Yeah, I played on and off. I used to play it when the game first came out, and then I didn't really play it much since then, and once the Builder Hall update came out, I've just been addicted to it since. Excellent,
great to hear. Welcome back to the game.
Thank you.
And welcome to Finland. All right, next up, we have Ninja Heroes. All right, welcome Ninja, the clan leader of Savage Huts, an international clan, but you're French. And I understand that a lot of your clan members were surprised to find out they were being led by a Frenchman.
Yeah, at first they didn't know I was French, and when I told them, they were really surprised, yeah.
Well, one of the great aspects of Clash of Clans, bringing in players from around the world to play together. So next to you, we have Cerise. And Cerise, you're also from France.
Exactly.
You're the clan leader of SKU?
SKU.
SKU, okay.
Yes.
What does SKU mean?
I mean, it absolutely doesn't mean anything. You know, at the beginning, it wasn't a serious clan. It was just like, you know, random keyboard spamming, and, well, that's it.
Oh, all right. So a face roll clan name.
Right.
All right. But you're also a clan of all people from France, then?
Yeah, my clan is a French-only clan, and I think that's what makes our clan because it's kind of a whole family, you know, we all know very well each other, and I think that's our strength.
Excellent. All right. Well, speaking of knowing each other well, last clan leader but not least, Super Texan. All right, welcome, Super Texan. The reason I say that is because I am a member in your clan, no bias, right. But Super Texan, the leader of Night Mode Clash, which currently is the #1 clan in the world.
#1 clan in the world.
And you guys have, we have a lot of different clans, right? How many total Night Mode Clash clans are there?
So we have 9 total clans. We have 5 social and 4 competitive. And then it's just a good, well-knit family.
It sure is, and a big family, too. And how does one get into a Night Mode Clash clan?
So you just join based off your trophy requirements and then slowly move your way up. Ultimately, the goal is to end a Night Mode Clash and one of the top clans in the world.
And not get kicked.
Not get kicked.
All right, cool. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, now it is time for us to go and meet the YouTubers. And first up, we have Klaus. Now, Klaus, I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but something that I heard is you're related to Santa Claus. Is that, there's a relation there?
Santa Claus, really?
Right.
Yes, actually, and me and my dad, Galadon, and my brother, Chief Pat, we go to his house for family reunions all the time.
Sounds like fun. Is he a good gift giver?
No, he gives all the best gifts to everybody else.
That's unfortunate. Well, we're happy you're here. Next up, we've got Itsu. Now, Itsu, obviously this tournament is for Builders Hall 6, but you won the Builders Hall 5 tournament, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so how are you feeling today? Do you think any changes caught you off guard, or are you feeling pretty confident coming into this?
I think the changes are pretty, well, there are a lot of different changes, so yeah, should be pretty much open in every game.
Awesome. Well, happy to have you back.
Thank you.
And next up, we've got Judo Sloth. Now, Judo, the thing about games like Clash of Clans, there's a lot of troll names out there. So when I first saw Judo Sloth, I was like, is this guy kidding? But it actually means something to you. So you are a judo master in a sense. When did you start doing judo?
Yeah, so I started when I was 6. I've done it my whole life.
Wow. All right, and so you competed pretty heavily in that?
Yeah, I competed internationally in things. I've, done it quite seriously, so.
Wow, that's awesome. So not only do these guys have to be careful when they're facing you in the game, but in person they gotta watch themselves a little bit, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the outcome is first.
Right, well, good to have you here. And next up, we have Hamps. Now, Hamps, you are going to be facing someone very special in the first round. Who is it?
I'm gonna face Itsu in the first round.
Right, so you know he won the last one. How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, he's a good player. Definitely a very hard first matchup. Despite being a YouTuber, he's still one of the best players in the world. So, but I'm gonna put on my Super Saiyan mode, so I think I'll be fine.
Awesome. Well, we're happy all of you are here now. Galadon, should we go ahead and check out the tournament tree?
Yep, speaking of matchups, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we've got a tournament tree, and it's going to be a bracketed system again. We're going to have the clan leaders on one side and the YouTubers on the other. So we heard one of the matchups, which is Hamps and Itsu there in the bottom left.
Yep.
But you can see all of the matchups are already set and ready to go.
All right, so we've got Klaus and Judo Sloth, Wicked Tick, Cerise, and Ninja Heroes and Super Texan. But I think we should go ahead and jump into this.
We should. We're their best 2 of 3, and we're going to get the first one started, and I think it's the YouTubers that go first, right?
Yep. Klaus, you want to head on up to the stage?
My player name is Klaus, which coincidentally YouTube channel is Klaus Gaming, and my clan is Boston Tea Party. I may be the only Texan in Finland, except for Super Texan. They didn't care. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a video, put it on YouTube. People liked it, I liked that they liked it, so I made it more.
And Klaus's opponent, Judo Sloth.
My player name is Judo Sloth. I'm a member of Elite Nation, specifically Red Elite and Elite Gaming, and my YouTube channel name is Judo Sloth, Clash of Clans and more. I started playing Clash of Clans much like many other people. A couple of my friends played the game. I reluctantly accepted after a couple of months, and here we are 4 years later. I started my YouTube channel just to make a few videos to help my clanmates with a few specific attacking tips, and then I really enjoyed helping them out, and it just kind of escalated from there to the point where I make videos on just about anything Clash of Clans.
All right, so we've got both of our competitors on the stage, ready to go. First match, and it'll be best of 3, but again, slightly different than what you see in the live game because we're going to see both attacks from beginning to end.
Yeah, in the live game, they are attacking at the same time, but here, they actually get to watch their opponent attack, and they get to see whether or not they get stars, certain percentages, etc., and they can kind of use that advantage as they progress.
Exactly, so slightly different, and first up is Klaus. So Judo Sloth, rather than being on the attack at the same time, is watching, and it does kind of change up the strategy a little bit, being able to see what happens, and this is our first look at a fully maxed out Builder Hall 6.
All right, looks like Judo Sloth has a lot of walls, got a lot of different compartments that Klaus is going to have to go through. So looks like Klaus has his army set up. He's going to go with, barbarians, some wall breakers, dragons, and of course, cannon carts.
Yeah, very much a hybrid army. I like the baby dragons in there. Yeah. And I like this base design. The empty compartments like that really just kind of throwing players off. All week, these guys building these bases and really keeping them super secret. They didn't want anybody to see their first brand new base. So here we go.
Here we go, starting off with that battle machine ability so that once he gets to the wall, he's going to be able to use it again, hopefully. So he's got the barbarians down, following up the battle machine as well with the cannon cart and the bombers. And let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, battle machine tanking successfully right now for the bombers and the cannon carts. You've got them in behind, but now they're going to split up. The cannon carts have gone to the left, and the battle machine went right.
Go in.
So that means those cannon carts are going to go down pretty fast on the left-hand side.
The battle machine goes in here. Nice. He's going to head in there towards those air bombs. He's going to hopefully take that out, and then Klaus should be able to drop off those baby dragons and have a pretty good shot at the core.
Exactly. I mean, you really can see this as a kill squad. The idea to get that set of air bombs down. Hopefully, he wanted to get maybe the firecrackers, the archer tower, but he
dropped off that. But he dropped off that baby dragon down on the archer tower while it was distracted with the battle machine. So here he's still got 2 left. Hopefully this one can get off a couple of shots on the Builder's Hall. It's not going to be able to, but he does have 2 left. That one actually targeted the cannon.
Yeah, it went for the cannon off to the right, and you can see obviously he wants to get in, at least get that star for the Builder's Hall. So that baby dragon's going to go down quickly and not get the cannon.
Not going to get there. He has 1 left.
The cannon's got like 5% health left. Now,
the archer
try to deploy this further to the left. No, it went after the cannon again.
After the cannon again.
Oh, man, that is tough right there.
Oof.
That is difficult, and it really comes down to that one tile placement like that. Can you get it to target what you're going? And it was so deep, the target trying to get to the Builder's Hall, that deep into the village, and that is going to be the end of the attack right there.
Oh, 45%. 45% for Klaus. Looks like Judo Sloth made a pretty good defense there.
He did, and that's the thing about this setup. That's the whole thing about the Builder's Village. You've got offense and defense. You know, back at home, you're really more focused on offense. And here, you know, if you've got a great attack, you also have to have a great setup so that you can prevent your opponent from getting the 3-star.
It's going to be interesting to see how these guys do that because some of them are natural attackers and some of them are just better at designing bases. So looks like we're going to have Judo Sloth going up against Klaus now. Let's see what kind of base he has set
Exactly.
up.
Now what Judo Sloth could do here is it change his strategy completely. Maybe go for some sort of army that's just going to pick off percentage points off the outside, not even worrying about the Builder's Hall.
Yeah,
so
because all he needs is that star and he's good to go.
Exactly. So here we go. We're going to get our first look at Klaus's base set off to the left there.
Right.
And again, every base is probably going to be a base that we've never seen before because these guys working all week knowing how important it is to have a good base setup.
Yep, so it looks like you can see his archer towers, 2 of them are set to long range on the outside, and then that one in the core is set to low so that it can get a little more DPS as those troops start to break their way into the walls.
Yeah, I mean, that's really added a wrinkle here at Builder Hall 6 to have the 3rd archer tower like that. And I like the odd number because you can't create, obviously, symmetrical bases. And it makes for some really wild designs.
So it looks like he's going with, he has some wall breakers in there, which is interesting because all of his troops are air besides the battle machine. So I guess he's going to use that to get the battle machine in, but otherwise it looks like he's just trying to pick up some percentage points right now.
He's just going with the beta minions right now, trying to find those spots where they're going to just be out of range. You can see he took out the archers from the guard hut right there.
Right. Now on the bottom he has 1 camp left as well as that gold mine, but it looks like he's probably going to try and come in from the top left because he's focusing on getting those buildings down. There goes the first dragon, then maybe he's going to get these wall breakers down and work his way in.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of units left just to surpass Klaus's attack right here, so you can see it's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, that Tesla just took out that baby dragon pretty quickly, but it looks like he's clearing away here again, and this one baby dragon has nothing that targets air on it right now, so it should be able to move in towards the Builder's Hall.
Oh, check this out. Check out the bomber on the bottom left of the screen there. Beautiful. Waited to clear everything out, and now it's going to create that path. So it looks like Judo Sloth still going after the Builder's Hall here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's at 45%, so he's sitting really, really strong right now. Oh, no.
Battle Machine
working his way around.
Machine
Hopefully
went
he'll
far
turn
left.
in here.
Yeah.
Looks like he is going to continue going around, but it's all right because he's at 48%, just needs another thing, and there's the
star.
first star for him. So
Exactly.
He can rest easy.
Interesting, though, speaking of AI and pathing, that camp got in the way of the Battle Machine going in and going after the Builders Hall. He got it anyway and grabbed the 2 stars, so impressive to wrap up this attack.
Yeah.
And the last dragon looks like it's going to be 59% 2-star.
59% 2-star, so that means Judo Sloth is going to take that first victory.
Yep, Judo Sloth is up 1-0, but again, it's best 2 out of 3.
Best 2 out of 3.
So, and I believe the way we're going to go here next is Judo Sloth is going to be attacking first.
Right.
But there is, somewhat of an advantage, disadvantage to whether you go first or second.
Right.
Obviously, if I would always want to choose to go second, see what the other guy does first, can really alleviate the pressure, especially like you saw in that first battle.
Yeah, the first match when Klaus didn't even get a star, Judo just knew all I needed was that 50% to move in. But it looks like he's been using Giants and some Night Witches in
This is
here.
our first look at the new Night Witch.
Yes.
Loving the Night Witch, and those bats are so fast.
Woo.
Just devastation.
Yes, they are. Now, it looks like Klaus has a different base, so he decided to go with one in the top left corner, and it's a completely different design as well. And it looks like the Battle Machine is working his way around. That double cannon is up there, and that is going to do a lot of damage to the Battle Machine.
Yeah,
that's
those
really all that's
cannons
targeted.
are tough. Exactly. I mean, the Giants look like they're out of range. The Witch doing a good job of trying to get that down. The rest of the Witch is badly damaged, but they're still up. And it looks like they're...
Oh, the mortar is going to take out
just
3 of the Night Witches at once.
Oh, man. And that is the danger. Even though attacking from the far side, that multi-mortar really can reach out and touch a Night Witch.
Right.
Did right there. It touched 3 of them, and they just got wiped out.
And it doesn't look like there's anything... Oh, the Night Witch is coming back down.
She's coming back.
She's coming back down, so now there's something that can actually do damage to the Builders Hall down there.
Going straight to the Builders Hall. The Giant's going to tank that Archer Tower. The Battle Machine is up, and...
She's going to be out of range.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at her.
She's going to be out of range.
Now, if the multi-mortar, if it goes after the Giant here,
he's gone. The last 3 went after the Night Witch.
Man.
And it's going to go down.
Wow. Oh, then she got sprung off the map.
Wow,
no
65%.
Sooner did she take down the Builders Hall, then she got sprung off the map by a spring trap right after the Builders Hall went down. 65% 2-star?
Yeah, 65%
wow, beautiful
2-star
attack right there. Solid percentage, and again, like we were talking about, that's what Klaus knows he has to face now.
Yeah.
He's got to get the Builders Hall, and he's got to get nearly 2/3 of this base down.
Right, so he's definitely has an intense match before him. He's got to do a little bit better than he did in that first one.
Exactly, and it's definitely not like he can hear us right now and feel any of the pressure that we might be applying to him in this sort of situation. Not to mention the crowds, all the viewers and fans at home, his clan members, his family.
Right, everyone's watching. Santa, he's at home.
All right, so Klaus getting ready, and again, so 65% 2-star.
Right.
So these guys, also maybe the nerves start to wear off. They're going to get into the rhythm today.
Ooh.
And here we go again.
Big
looking at a brand new
core.
base.
Very big core in the center, so it's going to be interesting if he does go in with ground troops again. Obviously, those crushers are spread out fairly well as that roaster. So he's going to have to figure things out here very quickly.
Yep. I mean, that's one of the great things about this is you do have the 60 seconds to prepare and to kind of take a look at exactly how you want to approach the base. Changing up the army camps. That's one of the coolest things I love about the Builders Hall. The fact that you can go in and then change your army. You don't have to be stuck to an army after you've already found the base you want to attack.
That's definitely where you're going to find skill in the players, is being able to look and examine a base and get it right the first time. That's one thing that I've noticed is a lot of these guys, when they play, the first time they might not do so well, but the other ones, as they progress, they kind of figure the base out. But it's that first one that matters.
Exactly. You only get one chance of this. And here we go. So Klaus is on the attack, and he's already got all of the Witches down and the Bombers. He's got 2 Giants left that he hasn't deployed yet.
Yeah, he's got to get those in front of those Night Witches. They're going to go, 2 of them are going to go in on the left with the Battle Machine. Battle Machine's about to go down right there.
Oh, man. Battle Machine's down early, and those Witches are so high value. You really watch every single Witch when you're deploying them, because keeping them up is key.
Ooh, every single Witch is very important. Taking down that low-range Archer Tower right there was good. And now, the cannon over there taking her out. That's
oh, my goodness. The Roaster just fried those last 2 Night Witches.
Another 42%.
All right, well, that's it. Judo
it.
Sloth picks up the first round victory. There he is celebrating, and
Judo
that was
Sloth
a tough one
moving
right
on.
there. All right, so the first match is concluded. We have our first semifinalist.
Right, we've got Judo Sloth and Klaus, and Judo Sloth took it home. I believe that for him, his defense obviously was really, really good in that, along with his attack.
Oh man, those bases! I'm telling you, that's I just can't get over these new base designs. I'm going to be taking screenshots.
It's a lot of fun seeing what they come up with. But let's go ahead and talk to the players over there. Klaus, how you feeling, man?
About as good as you'd expect.
What do you think you could have done different?
Honestly, I mean, judo's defense. I mean, obviously you learn defense in judo, you know, but his defense was solid, and you know, I misclicked probably a couple, like didn't misclick, but just, you know, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of giddiness, excitedness, and his attacks were also pretty awesome. He had a little luck. That night witch getting on that town hall, builder hall, and just taking it out. That was beautiful. So he beat me defensively and offensively.
Right.
Good job, man.
All right, now Judo Sloth, how you feeling, man? Bringing it home.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it definitely helps to put your nerves at ease, you know, when you first start attacking, especially when my battle machine started walking. I was like, it's all going to go pear-shaped, but no, definitely feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you brought it home. You got the stars you needed, the percentages you needed. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, so it's time for our second quarterfinal match, and this will be the first match for the clan leaders. We're going to go ahead and bring out those competitors, starting with Wicked Tick.
My name's Wicked Tick, and I'm the leader of Plan B. I started playing Clash of Clans back when it first released. I played it on and off for a few years, and then a lot of the updates came. I just got tired of playing it a little bit, but once Builder Hall came back, I came back to the game, and I'm currently the only player in the tournament who only plays Builder Hall. My clan's such a high rank in builder base because it's just a bunch of top players sharing ideas on a more casual pace. We don't push too much, we just kind of naturally grow, and since a lot of us are top players, our clan became a top clan. My biggest strength in the tournament is the fact that I was actually used to be a member in Savage Huts and Night Mode Clash, so I know how Super Texan and Ninja are thinking. I know their ideas, I know their attack strategies, and I'm a really good attacker myself, so hopefully I could bring that to the table.
All right, Wicked Tick, the leader of Plan B, is going to be facing the leader of Skew, Cerise.
My player name is Cerise, and I am the leader of Skew. I am the type of guy that usually goes for a two-step attack with the kill squad, with the hero and the current card, for example, and then finish up the base with the baby dragon for 3 stars. I'm really practicing a lot in a French format which is a 5v5, 1 hour, which is called the Clash Cup, and you have to think quickly. That's what is required in the night mode Clash. Well, I think our strength is to be French-only people, because you may think at the beginning it's a disadvantage to compete against international clan, but it's a thing that, you know, group us together, and we all know very well each other, we're like family, and that's our strength.
It is time to get the first match between the clan leaders underway. I'm really excited to see how these guys compare in attacking compared to the YouTubers.
Exactly. I mean, we've got some skilled players all around, but yes, these guys, you know, from the top trophy clans in the game, so we should be expecting to see some of the top gameplay.
Yeah, and Cerise has been playing for a while, obviously, in the regular base as well as builder's base, and then now we've got Wicked Tick up here, who's only been playing since it came out.
Yeah, but apparently Wicked Tick was a competitive video game player for years, so he's got that experience, and really I think what brought him back was this real-time 2v2, that just the way it's got an esports feel to it.
Oh, yeah, very, very fast-paced. Knowing that someone else is attacking your base at the same time can be a lot. So we'll see how Cerise defends here as Wicked Tick gets his first attack underway. Looks like he's got a couple of Night Witches, baby dragons in there.
Yeah, he was talking about this attack a lot this week, trying to use the baby dragons, but we'll see if he's going to make any changes. I love the fact that they've got such a long period of time to break down the base, but nothing compared to the week they had to build these bases. They get 60 seconds to try to figure out how to break them down.
Yep, so coming down to the match is about to start. He's going to start off with the baby dragons. So we went 2 camps dragons, 2 camps Night Witches. And he's just going to look like he's clearing out this bottom side, maybe going to save his battle machine to go in there and tank for those Night Witches.
Yep, and look at the way he's keeping that tantrum going. He's deployed them just far enough apart that until the last 2 there joined on the single cannon, every single baby dragon was using that tantrum ability.
Right, now he's done a good job of clearing this out, obviously. I believe that his battle machine is going to target the wall, try and get through that, but that double cannon is over there. They weren't able to take that down, and that's one of the worst things for your battle machine.
It is, and here come the witches in the corner. That was a good deployment right there just because the path that the battle machine took will clear out any bomb risk for the witches as they close in.
The roaster looks like it is doing a very good job of holding up to its names, roasting all of those bats down as they get in there. The battle machine is at about half health, but he's going to have his ability again. And the Night Witches are patrolling around the side.
Oh, they got hit by the multi-mortar. That's just the Night Witches' bane.
He's on the Builder's Hall.
They're on the way. Oh, yes, got the Builder's Hall down for the first star.
Builder's Hall is down. Night Witches are still working their way around.
Oh, look at those bats come out.
Some work.
Oh, man.
Are they going to get the Crusher?
It's gonna be close.
They're going to get the Crusher and move their way on. So 48, 1 star. Well, it was looking like he might get a little bit more there for a second.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. The witches are so fragile. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
And once you lose those tanks like that, it's devastation. And the multi-mortar, oh, man, it really rains down just destruction on those poor witches.
It takes them out very, very quickly. So now we are going to see Cerise attacking. I'm interested to see Wicked Tick's base here and see what he's going with. Maybe a lot of compartments, 1 big compartment in the middle. It's going to be good to see.
Exactly. I'm excited about Wicked Tick because he's been talking a lot about base design, even more so than most of these players this week. He's really been focused on defense. So I can't wait to see what he's got set up. I really like that first base we saw from Judo Sloth with the empty compartments. There we go.
Oh,
and a little bit of advertisement and a big compartment in the center right there.
Big compartment in there. It looks like he's got his crushers on the bottom, so the top side doesn't seem to have too much splash damage besides that mortar and that roaster.
Exactly. So it's really, you've got to either look at trying to attack on a far side of the ground defenses or the air defenses. You can see the air bomb's pretty well focused towards the center, towards the core, and the roaster as well.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of archers in here. We haven't seen archers yet, have we?
No, but I've seen this strategy used a lot over the past week or so. Guys using massive amounts of archers just like this. He's got all 4 archer camps.
Wow.
And what they do is they'll bring in archers and use them to pick off individual defenses.
Right.
And then sometimes if they got enough of those defenses out of there, the battle machine can just come in and wreak havoc.
Right, and again, this is a benefit that Cerise has, being able to watch Wicked Tick attack first. Now he knows if he gets 50%, he's good to go.
Yep, and here we go, exactly right here. You can see those using that cloaked ability. They're going to get all the way through that archer tower before they even are exposed. And they've got the job done, and this is what we're talking about. This is where you see the translation from clan war skills, that ability to focus specific troops on specific structures, just breaking it down to individual defenses, individual tiles.
And knowing the amount of damage that he does, he knows that all he needs is 2 archers to take out that double cannon, take out that archer tower, and then this side over here is going to be clear, because again, the mortar is far away. So I don't know if the mortar's definitely not going to reach the bottom part of the base.
Exactly, and that's the archers can become exposed down there. They're just out of range because the double cannon does much more damage than a single cannon, but it's got shorter range.
Right.
So you can see the archers just kind of wrecking everything at the bottom of the base.
Yeah, he's got 2 full more camps. He's got another 7 in that third one. And he's slowly just working his way around. He's got 2 minutes, so there's no need to rush.
Exactly. He's got plenty of time. And again, he's looking at, was it 48% on that first attack?
I believe that was it.
It's going to be all about the percentages right here. And we'll see where he's planning on dropping that battle machine. Now he's going to have to deal with the guard post the guard hut units there on the left-hand side as they patrol around.
There goes that other cannon, though. So he only has one double cannon and then the regular cannon as well. Obviously, both of his archer towers still left, but he's got a good amount of archers that can come in here on the right side, going in to take out that Tesla.
Check it out on the Tesla. Exactly. Once again, using that cloak ability.
Wow.
And it goes down, and he's probably going to do the same.
Some free shots on the double cannon. Yep. There it is.
So again, he's got plenty of swag units left, getting a little bit of an advantage, not having to deal with focusing on the Builder's Hall. He's got the win right here, and he never even used the battle machine.
No, it's very interesting seeing that he did, in fact, decide to just go for percentages. No need to rush into the core. Just slowly pick off things and take your time.
Yep. So he's got the victory, and that's that's the interesting thing. It's so different than the way we're playing at home. We don't have that advantage, and you end up focusing and worrying about what's happening on the other side. You go in, if your attack ends first, you go in and watch the opponent still attacking. And I love that one of the update facets was the ability to watch the other player attack.
That definitely makes it a lot of fun. But here again, I feel like they have a little bit of an advantage, obviously knowing what happened before. But this looks like it's going to be coming to an end. That roaster and that mortar are going to go ahead and focus on those archers. So we're going to finish this up at 62% 1 star.
All right. All right, so there you go, 62% 1 star. So the first round
goes to Cerise.
Goes to Cerise. So
now
again,
he actually has another attack right now, right?
That's right, yeah. So Cerise comes right back. He attacks first, and obviously that's just keeping it fair because I think there is a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yep,
okay.
So now with Wicked Take being able to see this attack, he's going to know when his comes up what he needs to do.
Exactly. And again, best of 3, you guys, in the quarterfinals. The semifinals also best of 3. Then the finals and that bronze medal match, the match for 3rd and 4th place, will be best of 5.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing underway as Cerise looks at the base, figures out what he is going to do.
Oh, another big,
very
big
stretched out base.
Yeah.
There's a lot of free percentage up at the top, but again, that wall is going to put all of his archers out of range, so he's probably going to go with a different strategy here since he doesn't know how much he needs.
Exactly. I mean, he's got 32 archers queued up right now, but how they'll behave, again, dealing with that wall on the far left like that.
Right.
And I like this. I love seeing these unique bases like this. And obviously, these guys have only 60 seconds to try to figure out exactly how they want to approach this. Looks like the old beta minion, the meta minion.
There it is, the meta minion attack with 2 camps of dragons and all of those minions in there to come in and do some good damage and clean some buildings up.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people called this the meta minion attack because a lot of players were using this at Builder Hall 5.
Right.
I would definitely think that at Builder Hall 6, the meta, like from what we've seen so far, it's completely different. I mean,
we've seen a lot of different attacks so far.
You have to have the ability to switch things up based upon the base layout. And again, that's what makes it so interesting.
Right, so it looks like he's going to go ahead and just pick up some free percentage. He's got the laboratory at the top. Looks like that minion down at the bottom is in range of the firecrackers and that long-range archer tower.
Exactly, so the archer towers, again, you see the short ones towards the outside have much shorter range and do that higher DPS, firing those arrows much more quickly.
Right. So it's going to be interesting if he does go in the top. I believe at the top of the base, he's not going to have to worry about that short-range archer tower doing anything. He's going to go all in from the top.
Here come all the minions. Watch out for those air bombs.
Scorcher. There go the air bombs. It looks like Wicked might have predicted some sort of air attack from the top with that air mine up there, but he's coming in pretty heavy here. Doesn't have his battle machine down yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does with that in the end because he's got to go for this Builder's Hall, I would say.
Exactly. He wants that Builder Hall, and he's got the air bombs just wiping out minions and the dragons right there. The roaster finishing out that dragon, so those minions have no protection from the air bombs.
Oh, they almost have it down. They should get it down right there, and then that last
the first star.
Nice. There's the first star, 50%, continuing to work his way in. But I don't know if the battle machine is going to be able to get in there and take out the Builder's Hall.
Yeah, I don't know. Now there's a lot of factors that are involved here. The battle machine deployed, of course, on the left.
Coming in the top.
It's going to be out of range of any defenses through both layers of walls, but will it target, say, the gem mine down
or
here?
Or the elixir collector up at the top.
Exactly. We'll see once it gets through that wall where it's going to go. And then even if it does go through, it's going to have to deal with those barbarians.
So they might actually pull him towards the wall. Oh, it looks like he...
Oh, wow. He kind of made a little bit of a turn.
It looked like a little
So I think Cerise is happy about this. He's got a good shot right here.
Here they come.
And here come the barbs. And that's actually good. The barbs have pathed out.
Right.
So he's going to deal with the barbs before he's engaged with Crusher. And that's a big advantage for Cerise right there.
And that Crusher is actually pretty low in health. Those baby dragons and minions were able to take it down. So as long as he gets there, takes it out and it doesn't go towards the guard post or anything else, and I think that he should be pretty good.
No, I'm calling 2-star for sure right here.
Oh,
It's definitely, although the caster's jinx could
Caster's
change things,
jinx.
but it looks like this should be a 2-star as he goes through the crusher.
Here he goes, heading in. Nah, he's
shot.
going
Oh,
to
it's
take
gonna
that
take
crusher
another
out
one.
in 2 shots. Oh, he is going to the guard post first. Now he's
Here it
going to work
comes.
his way towards
All right.
the builder saw. He's got to use that ability,
Yep.
and he's good to go.
Oh, yeah. So there's another ability, and that's going to just
There
one
we
more
go.
shot. Second star.
Still working his way
yeah,
around.
he's not done yet.
He might even get
Crowd's
back to
excited.
another ability.
Yeah, Cerise is
no-
pumping up the crowd, and you're right. It's going to be a race to get this next
Oh,
ability.
come on,
It's gonna
come on,
be
come
close.
on.
Can he get it? And he's got another
Yes.
ability.
No more double cannons
Wow.
to do any damage. He's going
Yep.
to get that
Nice,
extra percentage. 68%. 68% 2-star there. That's going to be a heavy one for Wicked Tick to have to deal with. Now he knows he has to get that builder saw.
Exactly. That was well planned out, and that's one of the cool things about these attacks is they can really be drawn out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, these attacks don't take the full 3 minutes, and when you're doing something like that, you've got the time to deploy the battle machine late, let it go through, and especially when you've cleared so many defenses out like that.
Now, I wish that I had that gift of being patient. For me, I just get bored and I put everything down. Clearly, it doesn't end up working too well for me, but you can see Cerise and his patience, it really, really paid off for him in the end.
I think I saw one of your iPads, actually, you wrote, like, play slow
down.
right at the
Play
bottom,
down,
right?
Slow down. I always say it.
It's key. It's key in a lot of games, and especially here now.
Being patient, because you do have so much time that you really don't, there's no need to rush. But let's go ahead and jump into this one. Again, Cerise is defending here. Wicked knows what he has to do. 68% 2-star. He's got to get it done.
Yep, so Wicked Tick now on the response. And so far he's got well, that's the camps from the first attack.
Previous attack.
And he does have to change up at least one camp in his next attack.
Right.
So that's one of the rules here.
Yep, so they can't attack with the same army camp 2 attacks in a row.
Right. So it does allow us to see a little bit of diversity of attacks, and he's put some cannon carts in there.
Here we
I like
go.
it.
Cannon carts, we haven't seen those used. I don't think we've seen those used at all. Maybe Klaus used them earlier to get in over the wall, but
yeah, maybe there was one attack, but I like the cannon cart. I think it's so cool. It's so unique, and it's just fun. If it's well used, if it's protected well by tanks,
well is the
they
biggest
can
thing.
really put out a lot of damage.
So he's still clicking around here. He's got 3 seconds until it starts, but obviously he doesn't have to start right when it runs out. He can take his time.
Exactly.
He's got those 3 minutes to make sure he plays right. Now he's going with the same attack.
Yep. So he's gone with the baby dragons and the beta minions. And again, like you were talking about earlier, he's going to pick stuff off in the beginning. But you'll notice that all 3 archer towers are set to longer range. So he's not going to be able to get much with the outside minions.
They're not going to do as much damage, but they will be able to reach the troops before the troops can reach the archer tower.
All right, so he's got a little bit of a kill squad out here on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, he's using small groups, single baby dragon and a few beta minions.
Right now, the thing that you'll notice that is a little unfortunate is obviously the baby dragon doesn't have its ability when there are minions around it, so they're not going to be raged up. But obviously the damage from the minions helps out a good bit.
Yep, and you can see the archer tower on the left. Oh man, it's just one shot shy of going down.
There it goes.
And that takes it down. So one archer tower down. The one on the right, not quite as much success over there. It's still got a lot of health.
Yeah, so, but if he takes it, that one on the bottom left within range of the firecracker, I was going to see if he took his time there, he'd be able to take out that double cannon as well, because that's going to be the thing that takes out his battle machine as he comes in from the bottom here.
You can tell he's carving a path in with the battle machine. Now the battle machine's going to go elixir storage, gem mine, and then probably cut into the wall.
But this cannon's not going to be touched. That double cannon is barely going to go down. And that baby dragon, if only it could come down to help take out that cannon that has like 2% health.
Exactly.
I think it's going to work a little better.
And now you can tell the pathing here leaves the builder's hall deeply embedded. There's at least 3 to 5 structures that are going to have to go down before the battle machine even looks at the builder's hall.
He's getting roasted right now. He's sitting at 42%. And looks like he's going to be able to use that ability one more time, but he is stuck on that wall.
Those level 6 walls, so tough.
So tough, and that roaster, of course, is just as tough. And there it goes.
Wow. So that's it, you guys. That's Cerise advancing to the semifinals.
That's Cerise with
picking up a 2-0 win over Wicked Tick.
Nice.
All right. Cerise riling up the crowd there. He's super excited. He's got that victory, and he advances. So that's our first clan leader going to the semifinals.
There we
Cerise from the clan Skew.
All right, so Cerise and Judo Sloth are the only ones that have progressed at this point. And then, sadly enough, we've got Wicked Tick and Klaus who are now out.
That was tough. I mean, so much preparation this whole week, and you can really see these guys were really relaxed, chumming up this week, and talking about strategies and base designs. And it really, when you get up there and you're in front of the crowds like that, and it's for the real money, it changes everything.
Oh yeah, entirely.
Wicked Tick, tough man. I know you worked all week on some base designs, didn't quite hold Cerise off. Was there anything you think maybe you could look at differently for base designs in the future now?
Honestly, he just threw me off. I mean, that was really unexpected. Those larger style bases aren't my forte. It was a tough competition. He attacked really well. He defended really well. And I just wasn't expecting to actually fight one of my own bases that I practiced with earlier this week.
There is a certain set of bases you're going to see, box bases, rectangle bases, open design. But Cerise, you had such patience. Really so patient in there, waiting for individual structures to go down. Is that something you practice all week?
Yes, I mean, this game is so random, and you have to take out the most random part that you can, so taking your time like that may help, and that's why I did that. And also it's kind of related to the full archers, you have to be patient.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, well done, Cerise, and congratulations on advancing to the semis.
Thank you very much.
Now it looks like we are going to just jump into the next one with some of the other YouTubers. Let's go ahead and get after it. So looking here at the brackets, we've got Klaus and Judo Sloth. Obviously, Judo Sloth moving on from that one, and then Cerise moving on from here.
Yep, so anybody who advances to the semis automatically qualifies for a prize because the 20,000 euro is split through third and fourth place playing that bronze medal match for either 2,000 or 3,000 euro.
Right, but enough about that. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Into our next YouTuber match, we've got Itsu heading up first.
My name is Itsu, I'm from Dark Looters, and I'm hosting the Dark Looters YouTube channel. My channel is all about strategy, which means offense and defense. It's all about base building and trying to create new strategies, showing them to you guys, how to use them and when to use them. I like Clash of Clans so much because there is so much to think about, like strategic stuff, base building, and so you can mix up your attack strategies, you can mix up the defenses, and that's for me all about planning attacks with some clan mates and friends, and it's amazing. Use spam attacks and I will find you and foster you.
And Itsu's competitor, of course, is Hamsh.
My name is Hamsh. I have a YouTube channel called Hamsh Mobile Gaming. I mainly focus to entertain, but also to educate as many as possible. I mainly focus on high-level gameplay, but honestly, my channel is for everyone. I started playing Clash of Clans about 3 years ago. It was actually my friend who recommended the game. I was first like, nah, it looks a bit cartoonish, maybe childish even. When I started it, when I tried it, I was hooked, addicted right away. My favorite attack strategy in Builder Base is absolutely baby dragons with meta minions. They're so strong at the moment, you can easily take a high percentage 2-star with that attack. I hope you're sitting down, guys, because it can be really annoying to stand. It's all about having fun.
All right, so a couple of fan favorites up there, and of course everybody excited to see Itsu play, having won that Builder Hall 5 tournament. back again.
I'm excited to see how he fares in Builders Hall 6. Obviously, a lot of new things being added, more walls, etc. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Looks like th9 is going to be attacking first, and Hamps has a base with a whole lot of compartments.
Yeah, there are a lot of compartments in that base. It's going to be tough to break it down, but if anybody can, th9 and analyzing it right now. You can see him super focused, trying to decide what type of army composition. He's got 9 giants and two night witches queued up right now, but we'll see what happens. He's
We definitely haven't seen that happen yet. Now, the only thing, one thing I noticed is that the roaster is very far off to that bottom side, so I don't know how much that's going to play into the attack, but obviously he's got his crushers spread out. 2 of his archer towers are on long range, 1 on short, so that's going to be interesting to see as well.
th9 switching, he went to all the barbs, then he switched around. Now he's got baby dragons and cannon cart set up. Battle time just about to start, so he's going to be locked into this army composition. There we go.
Ooh, starting right next.
Top. Yeah.
Hasn't used his ability yet. Looks like he's going to wait on that. Going to go ahead and throw in his cannon carts here as the battle machine tanks. Obviously, the cannon carts shoot over the wall. They continue just carting around behind the battle machine, and it seems like they're going to take out these structures. There he goes using his ability.
He's definitely working on the pathing here. You can see, much like maybe a queen walk back at the home village, he's watching, very carefully.
Oh, and it takes out that other cannon cart as well. So both cannon carts are now down. All he has is his baby dragons, and a lot of air defense still left up for these baby dragons to have to deal with.
Exactly. He cleared that one compartment out, but you've got the firecrackers, the archer towers, and of course the air bombs on the left-hand side, and just baby dragons left. And he's trying, looks like he's trying to get in and get to that set of air bombs as quickly as he can to get it out of the way.
Yeah, the battle machine went down there to the roaster. Baby dragons are working their way in. He still has 4 of them that he hasn't deployed here, up to 36%. Looks like the bottom right, he's going to be able to take out a lot of those structures with that one baby dragon.
Oh, double air bomb. And
they were almost wasted.
Was that triggered by a ghost baby dragon right there? Right as it went down, it triggered those 2 mines set to air.
Yeah, so he still has 4 that he can sneak in here from the bottom. Again, that roaster, it can be taken out by a baby dragon, but obviously those mines and those firecrackers over there can do work to it as it tries to get in there.
Yep, so he's focused on trying to get to the Builders Hall. He's working on the firecrackers. They're going to go down pretty quickly. Another air bomb. The multi-mortar going down. There's the first start, 50%.
Ooh, can the baby dragon get it?
Oh, can't quite get the roaster down. 2 baby dragons left, though, and he's trying to get in to get that Builder Hall.
Yeah, he's very, very close. Has to get that roaster down. It's only a couple of shots away.
Here we go. There it is. And one going for the Builder's Hall. Roaster down.
Nice.
Air bombs on the left baby dragon. Will that single baby dragon be enough to get the Builder Hall down?
He's pushing.
It's a lot of damage. Look at that tantrum.
There we go. There we go.
Down it goes. Beautiful right there.
Yeah, 65% 2-star right there.
Holy cow, right there from what you thought was big trouble. Just didn't look good in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he turns it around. So calm, cool, and collected up there the whole time. It was kind of like he knew exactly what was going to happen. And I was worried for th9 there.
The cannon carts went down very early, which is one of the things that he uses to take out those things that can target the air units. So I was definitely worried as well, but coming out with that 65% 2-star, that's pretty solid.
Absolutely solid. I mean, typically, like you said, the kill squad, the first units out there are going to try to take down more than just the Arch Tower and the Tesla. And but yeah, that's a solid score. So we're going to see Hamps right here. And wow, th9 with a relatively, what appears to be a simple base design.
Yeah. But obviously the placement of all of his buildings, he puts a lot of thought into that as well. But that big core in the center is going to be hard to work through. It looks like there's actually a lot of structures and walls in between the Builders Hall. So it's going to take a big attack to get in there.
Exactly. And really interesting is the set of all 3 archer towers set at the Builders Hall or to the right, all set to short range. Then on the left-hand side, the air bombs and the firecrackers. And that can really throw attackers off. It's like, I'm going to come from the right, but you've got those short archer towers that do such a high amount of damage to any air units. And of course, the Night Witch, which everybody thought was going to just wreck and be OP, definitely a little more balanced than some people expected, and you can't just spam Night Witches and expect it.
She's definitely slowed down. Now he's coming in here with an attack that we have seen before with the Giants, the Bombers, and the Night Witches. Already dropped a Giant off in the back. Hopefully it gets in front of those Night Witches because, again, that is key. But it looks like some of them took some damage from that mortar right there, and he's got everything deployed here. Night Witches all behind, and a battle machine moving in.
Yep, so carefully keep a close eye on the number of Night Witches, the number of Bombers that are up, because that's going to be the key to this attack. You want to keep those up as long as you possibly can. The battle machine looks like he's not going to get another ability off. He's spamming already. Oh, he can't get it.
Not going to get it, but the mortar is targeted on the Giant, so it looks like all the Night Witches are still up. All the Night Witches are still up. The Bombers are there.
Oh no! Oh man, so fast! The
All
Night
of the
Witches
Night Witches.
just went down so fast. There's the first star.
Nice, he
But-
got that first
oh,
star,
man.
but again, 65% 2-star is what he needs to take this away, and it's looking
no
fairly
chance.
bleak.
Yeah, no chance of getting the Builder's Hall. You're just gonna have to look at the bomber down there. And again, once you lose the tanks, they're just so vulnerable right there, and that's it.
Yeah, the biggest thing,
53%.
you got to keep those Night Witches alive if that attack is going to work.
Yeah, I mean, that is such a key. They seem super strong. The bats move so fast.
Yeah.
But the bats' attack speed is not that fast. When you look at them, they move quickly, but they get in, it's just one attack. Wait a little while, one attack.
Right.
So you've got to keep the tanks up. And when you lost the battle machine, especially the Giants, that attack ended quickly.
Yeah, but now obviously Hampshire has another attack to go, so he's got that one out of the way. He's feeling good. He can move into this, and we've got Itsu with 1 win.
Exactly. So Itsu ahead 1-0, and so he is going to be setting up that base to defend against Hampshire right here, and we'll have to see what type of base designs Itsu has set up. He's told me that in the regular clan wars back in the home village, these guys can spend an entire week working on one base.
Wow. So it looks like he does have another big compartment base. Obviously, this one is more square, not rectangular like the last one.
Check out the crusher outside that second layer of walls. That is really unusual. I'm liking this, though. I mean, this is the type of base design that throws people off.
You can see that he's got that guard post down there right next to the crusher, so as troops come, they move in there, they try and target those units, and the crusher is going to do exactly what it's named to do, crush them.
Crush, exactly. And then you've got the archer towers one more time, set to short range, and again, all off to the top right-hand side of this base.
Right, now if you look to the right again, he's got those firecrackers in there, when in the last base, the firecrackers were on the other side with those air mines. So it looks like he's going to be going with a fairly similar attack, just no giants this time.
Yeah, exactly. So no giants to tank, and the battle machine's going to wrap around that corner. And man, those walls, they're so tough for anybody except for bombers. They just blast through even maxed out walls.
Yep, and now there are no walls broken over there on that left side, so it looks like the battle machine is probably just going to continue working his way around the base, as these Night Witches are actually doing good work. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got all of them still up,
well,
it looks
got that
like.
multi-mortar out of the way. That was absolutely key. Look at them just blast through defenses right here. Getting in after that Builder's Hall, and you can see on the right-hand side, the bat's going to take that crusher down before the witch. No, the witch gets crushed.
There we go, 50% right there.
Down.
That double cannon was doing work to all of the witches on that side. They weren't able to take it out, and now it looks like we're just going to be sitting at a 50%.
Oh, man, so that's it.
1 star.
50%, 1 star for Hampsh.
He got his star.
It was a solid attack, but it's tough, man. Again, those witches, it's all about distraction, about tanking. And that's a gutsy move to bring in only the battle machine with all those units that are relatively fragile, bombers and Night Witches, of course.
The biggest thing there, of course, was that battle machine not being at the walls when the bombers knocked him out. So he worked his way around the outside, wasn't able to tank for the Night Witches. I think if he did, it would have ended up a little bit differently.
And that is probably something that Itsu took into account when he was building that base. He was hoping that the units would wrap around those open parts and go after the defenses in there. Maybe if they were giants, same behavior.
Right. So let's go ahead, get back to the base. As you can see, Hampsh is defending here. Itsu analyzing the base. Probably going to take all the time unless he feels confident. But again, he's got those baby dragons with the cannon carts. We'll see if he decides to use that same army camp.
Yeah, so he's got to switch up at least one army camp. And all the archer towers set to short. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. And it looks like he's got, well, all baby dragons set right now. But he's got 25 seconds left to make a decision here if he wants to move stuff around. So the crusher, again, we've got one crusher a little bit further out on the lower right there.
Yeah, he's got that mortar next to the roaster. The roaster's going to be able to protect that mortar from anything in the air and anything on the ground, because obviously the mortar has that little ring around it where it can't target things right next to it.
Exactly, once they get in close. And time is just about to count down, so it's going to be 12 baby dragons coming in. So the first mass dragon attack we've seen. And a lot of this comes down to deployment and timing, getting that tantrum ability to stay up as long as possible. And you can see he's really precise in the way he drops things.
Yeah, and that, again, that archer tower up top being set to short range is doing a lot of damage to these baby dragons. 2 of them went out trying to take out that top archer tower.
Yep, and you'll notice he dropped a replacement baby dragon right after the first one went down. He wants to keep that tantrum going. And he's down to 5 left. 33%, and again, he knows he just has to beat a 50% 1 star.
Right, 50% 1 star is all that he really needs. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does push to the core, or if he just tries to pick things off around the outside.
He's really in control of this battle right here. I mean, Hampsh is wiping sweat. He knows that he's in a lot of trouble. 39, 42%. Now the battle machine's going to go down. No concern at all for getting the Builder Hall down. Itsu playing it safe right here.
Still
he's
has
just going to go for
4.
percentage.
Still 4 baby dragons to use at 45%. Has his ability to use, just going to wait on that. Looks like there he goes. He finally targets that barbarian. Now he's going to use that ability, take out that gold storage, and then work his way into the next structure.
All right,
that's
so
going to be
this should be 50% as this one goes down. So one more structure is going to mean victory for th9 right here. Now the battle machine's going to get stuck on the wall. So right now we're looking at a tie, but obviously th9 has 4 more baby dragons.
Right.
So it would almost be impossible not to grab the victory right here. He's actually going to patiently wait because you can see that the only defense that's raining down any damage is the multi-mortar.
Right, and since it's not one of those point defenses, it's not going to be doing a lot of damage. It takes its time. Sometimes it misses as its target moves. So he's going to move in here with almost a full health battle machine.
So once again, I spoke too soon. He's going to annihilate this builder's hall.
Wow.
Now he drops in the baby dragons and really just showing his dominance right here, where he only needed 1 more structure. Now he's grabbed a 2-star. Baby Dragon's getting more defenses down. He still has 2 dragons left to drop.
Still working his way around, and the only air defense, he has 2 full baby dragons up there. He's got that other archer tower, the firecrackers, and of course the roaster, but we'll see what happens here.
And look at the baby dragons out of range of the archer tower and the roaster. They're going to take down that crusher all by themselves. He's over 70%. This is the highest percentage damage attack we've seen today.
Right.
When we were talking, he only needs 50% 1 star. And he's just annihilating this base. Here comes another baby dragon on the right-hand side. He could pass 80% by the time this attack is over.
Oh yeah, so is that other baby dragon. The one up at the top hasn't even been damaged. Obviously now it is, but he's working his way in. 80% right there. That other archer tower goes down. 83, and if he gets
gonna get
this,
the double cannon.
Oh, so
man.
close. 83% right there.
Holy cow. Well, I can't say it was a surprise, but th9 advances to the semifinals and really puts on a school of attack right there, grabbing that win, just making such a strong move towards the closest we've seen to a 3-star.
Right, he played that very well, and again, we thought that he was just done, but no, he waited patiently. Clearly, patience is what's winning it for people right now.
I love that about the setup. You've got that time, and you've got plenty of time to attack, and when things look lost, you can turn it around because there's just such a limited number of defenses that are out there. You can focus on getting down most of the ground or most of the air defenses, send in the opposite type unit, and grab huge percentage points.
Yeah, for sure, but let's go ahead and talk to the 2 competitors over here. th9, my man. You took it away. How do you feel?
Kind of revealed, so getting through the first round, really nice.
All right, did those attacks go as you planned?
Yeah, the first attack was kind of shaky, I guess, with the entry and the giant bomb out there. So that wasn't like intended, but in the end it worked, and the second attack was kind of good, I guess, so yeah.
Yeah, well played.
Thanks.
Now, Hamsh, as we mentioned before going up there, th9 was a pretty strong competitor. What do you think you could have done better?
Yeah, I think I should have choose some other socks. I felt a little bit of an itch when I was on stage, so that threw me off guard, really. But no, I don't feel bad losing to th9, really. It was a good game. He's a very good player.
Yeah, well played. I'm happy that you're here and you're able to experience this with us. Now, we've got another match to go to.
Yeah, exactly. So he said, it's not going to be me that sits down in loss, it's you.
Oh, it's you. th9. I see what he did there.
All right, so the next set of clan leaders are going to be up. This is the last quarterfinal. Again, everybody who is advancing is going to pick up a prize, a big prize.
Right, so out of Judo Sloth and th9, whoever loses is going to move down to that bronze round. And then again, after we see who wins this next match, we'll figure out who is going to be in that 3rd and 4th place. But you want to go ahead and invite them up?
Let's do it. Let's bring up Ninja Heroes.
My name is Ninja Heroes and I'm from Savage Huts. No matter what you do, stay savage! The story of my clan is that first I joined Extreme Huts, that was the #1 clan in the world. Then I left it to create my own, and then here we are, #3 in the world. I think my clan is really good because we have some really competitive players. we keep pushing every day, and we just try to be the best in the world. My biggest strength in the tournament is that I'm really competitive, and I will try my best to make the best base I can and practice attacking strategies.
All right, Ninja Heroes, the leader of Savage Huts up there. And last but not least, from the clan leader side, none other from the state of Texas, Super Texan. Woo.
My player name is Super Texan, and I'm the leader of Night Mode Clash. I started playing Clash of Clans about 3 years ago with a group of friends from work, and then it just branched out into me joining some more competitive clans. The story of my clan is that we wanted a home on the Night Mode for some of the top players in the world to share base designs, attack strategies, and also dominate the leaderboard, so we created Night Mode Clash. I think my biggest strength in the tournament is going to be that I've went against a lot of the top players in the world on the day mode, and so on the night mode, I'm looking forward to using that to my advantage.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this final round underway. We have got Super Texan up there, the leader of Night Mode Clash, the #1 clan in the world. It's gonna be interesting to see how he does.
Exactly. So he's got a lot of people at home rooting for him, a lot of clans in the Night Mode Clash family. And this is, again, yeah, it's the last quarterfinal. So we'll have the semis set after this.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this again. Looks like Super Texan is going to be defending, and then Ninja Hero is going to be attacking here. This is an interesting base. I think we talked about this the other day. This reminds me of an old kind of Southern Teaser-style base that you would have seen in Clash.
Exactly. I don't know where that term came from, but maybe some of my early Clash of Clans videos, but it's cool to see that builder hall set towards the top, and we're going to see some beta minions out there picking off those vulnerable structures that are just out of range.
So again, we've seen this attack strategy a couple of times now. Obviously, they start off with the minions, clear out as many builders or as many buildings as they can. Looks like he has 2 of his archer towers set to low, and look at that, 2 unprotected defenses up in the top right. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see where that elixir storage is set so far out there to the top right of the base.
Yeah.
And then you've got exactly the cannon and the archer tower right there. So an unusual base, and definitely set up to maybe lure an opponent in to trick somebody. So I like it.
All right, because he has 2 other structures in the walls with that gold storage and that elixir storage. So it's interesting to see him choose to put those defenses outside and put those buildings inside.
Yep, so here we go. All of the minions are down now, and the dragons are going to try to move it in front of the minions. And just like we see with Night Witches and, say, Giants, the dragons are going to try to tank for the beta minions.
Right, and there isn't any big splash damage for those air units up there. The roaster is at the very bottom of the base, as well as the air bombs down there. So it looks like they're going to move in here
double cannon down
easily.
Oh, looks good. 48. Here comes the first star. Any second. There it is. First star.
First star. He's all of his baby dragons are down. All he has is those beta minions on that builder's hull. The bombs are doing work, and those might be out of range of any air defense.
Oh,
they
look
are.
Yes,
they're going to take it down.
Get the builder's hull for the second star. Man,
wow.
He didn't even. I was thinking he was preparing to get the battle machine in from the left-hand side. You saw the double cannon go down. You saw the crusher go down the left-hand side. Didn't even become a factor. Now this is just bonus for him. He's got the 2 stars.
Yeah.
Now he's just going to try to rack up as much damage as he can. We'll wait and see where the battle machine goes. What do you think? Will it wrap around this corner?
I think it might wrap around.
It's going to be close.
For his sake, hopefully it does, and it gets over. Nope, it's going to head straight in there, that double cannon, that roaster.
And that's tough.
And that
that's
archer
like you
tower.
Said. Yeah, like you said earlier, Molt, the double cannon is just the arch nemesis of the battle machine.
There we go. 68% 2-star. Not too shabby.
Yeah, no, that's seriously, that's a tough score right there. And I was surprised. Again, I get excited about the way the builders hall bases are set up like this, because you see what looks like an attack that might be going well. Boom, next thing you know, it's shut down by the big mines or something like that. And the opposite can happen as well. You see an attack that looks like you have no chance, and next thing you know, 1 or 2 units just crush the base.
And 68% again is pretty solid. So Texan knows what he has to do. He knows he has to get that Builder's Hall, and he has to get over 68% in order to take this home.
Yeah, so he's got the advantage of going second, but the advantage is definitely diminished when your opponent has grabbed 2 stars.
Right. So again, a big core on this one, a little bit designed differently than some of the other ones, where it's very symmetrical. It's square or rectangular. So this one has some interesting wall placements around the outside. So we'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, I like this. He's got the multi-mortar, the roaster, the crushers, and the air bombs all set up right adjacent to the Builder's Hall there, trying to protect those major defenses.
Right.
And we'll see all baby dragons.
All baby dragons. And again, we've got all of the archer towers set to low, so they're going to be doing a lot of damage to these baby dragons as they work their way. And it looks like he's just wrapping around the base, clearing up the outside, maybe trying to make a path for his battle machine.
Yep, and again, I love the spacing. See how every single baby dragon is using that tantrum ability. The one at about 4 o'clock went down, and he immediately dropped another one, keeping it in there. Because what's happening is the dragons are actually tanking for each other.
Right.
That's the advantage of dropping them all at once like that. They're going to take fire from a defense so that another baby dragon can get in and take the defense down.
Yeah, here we go. He gets his battle machine in there tanking for the roaster, but big air bomb going off there. Battle machine stuck on the wall, so this is it. 53% 1 star right now. He knows that he has to get that 68. That battle machine's got to get in there.
But the crusher, is he going to be within range of the crusher? No, he is. He's within range of the crusher,
and the crusher are going to take
he's not even
down.
Oh, man. Tough one.
Tough one right there. So the first win is going to go to Ninja Heroes with that 68% 2-star.
Yep. That was a solid defense right there. Good attack. Just didn't quite get that crusher down in time. And the roaster, it's it can be tough. It looks super intimidating and obviously harder on maybe the units that are more fragile, like the Night Witch and the Bomber. But that double cannon, man, really ended the battle machine.
Yeah. You don't like seeing that. But now, obviously, Texan is going to be attacking again. So this time, Ninja Hero is going to have the advantage going into the next one, being able to see exactly what he has to get in order to take the win.
Right. So again, each defender has the opportunity to switch out their base design, and the attacker must change out one of the army camps. So we won't see the exact same attack over and over. But the cool thing is, they're really being forced to change their army camps up because the bases are so different. And here we go. Next look at Ninja Hero's next base.
All right, so right now he's got the beta minions and the baby dragons. And here is, his other base looks a lot different than the other one. It's a ring base. He's got 3 different wall sections, so it's going to be hard to get in there to the Builder's Hall.
Exactly. It's so cool when you see the translation of the home village base layout, the same name, Southern Teaser Ring Base, and you see that same basic fundamental behind the design. You've got those center walls trying to protect that Builder's Hall. But again, Super Texan looks like he's going to go with minions and dragons, so walls a non-factor in this one.
Yeah, not a factor. And we can see that the archer towers, again, are set to low range, so they're going to be doing a lot of damage. He's got the roaster on the right side and those air bombs on the left, so he's got a pretty good coverage for some air splash damage, so it's going to be interesting to see how these minions and these baby dragons fare against it.
Yep, and you can see even though the beta minions did take out structures, they're going to be within range of those short archer towers once they move in.
Right.
So the first dragon is down, and again, that one's going to try to tank the firecrackers for the minions. And here comes the big wave. Everybody's down.
There it is on the right side, not close to that roaster. So if they do push a little bit left, they're going to avoid that roaster. Big bomb going off up there, taking a lot of minions. And then here come these air bombs at the bottom. They're going to be doing a lot of damage to both of the units.
Now, it looks like that baby dragon right there might be pretty healthy. It's down to 50%, and everybody bunching up. That's not going to be good for Splash.
Both baby dragons go down. Got the first star. He has a pretty clear path to the Builder's Hall. Clock Tower goes down on the left, so now his battle machine has a pretty clear path into the core.
Except for the fact that there's a wall around the Builder's Hall. There's no chance now that the battle machine's going to get to the Builder's Hall, unfortunately. And you see it's going to go right after the air bombs. And man, that's the thing. I mean, those level 6 walls. I said earlier it was the wrong thing to say because, of course, the walls are a factor because you're always going to have a ground unit in this. You can't set your battle machine to air.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Future update leads?
Oh, who knows?
Air mode for battle machine?
He's going to get a blimp. So he's working his way around, heading up to his nemesis right there, the double cannon. Going to take him out. He's going to get his ability, continue working his way around. But again, he's not going to get to that core unless he takes out all these other structures.
Next hero to be released, Battle Blimp. I like that. I like that, the Battle Blimp. So yeah, so definitely Super Texan's going to be held to 1 star. And
go down there, 62% 1 star. And that is going to be it. So Ninja Heroes knows what he has to do. If he gets that Builder's Hall, he's golden. Doesn't matter about the percentage at that point. All he needs is those 2 stars.
Exactly. So there's kind of a couple ways that Ninja Heroes can approach this. He can just try to pick off outer structures and go past that 62%.
Right.
Or like you said, focus on the Builder Hall and the percentage.
Yeah.
Above 62. So there's a lot of different ways, and it'll depend upon the way the base is set up, obviously, that will determine what Ninja Heroes brings. And again, it's so different. I mean, maybe if it someday they were to set up like a tournament mode in the game, then it would work like this.
Right.
You know, because it definitely changes things up than the way it works in the game for all of us at home.
Knowing how he has to attack. So now he sees Super Texan's base. He can look at it. This does look fairly similar to the last one with the Builder's Hall kind of towards the top of the base. And then these walls down at the bottom that kind of funnel things in. This is very interesting. He only has one full compartment. All the other ones are completely open.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a labyrinth path here. You see in the bottom right where it's going to lead the units in there, and maybe a good use of spring traps or push traps.
Yeah.
Those are so key. You have a base like this, even though we're growing, now we're at Builder Hall 6, they're much, much smaller than, say, like a Town Hall 9, 10, 11.
Right.
So I feel like at least the spring traps, the push traps are so high value.
Yeah.
They're much more important here than they are at home.
They most definitely are. And again, we can see throughout this thing a lot of walls that aren't really being used. We got some doubled up. We've got some almost buttress type walls that are hanging off the top because you can't move singular walls. So it's interesting to see how people deal with that when these bases are designed.
Yeah, it's so different than back at home. Again with those walls linked like that.
Yeah.
And all right, so we got, well, Night Witches and some Beta Minions and Giants.
Yeah.
So it looks like Ninja Heroes is going to use the Beta Minions, try to pick off some outer structures,
right,
and then the Giants to tank for the Night Witch.
Oh yeah, because there's not that much air defense down at the bottom, and the Archer towers are actually set to low up at the top.
Exactly. So again, trying to take advantage of that range where you can get those Beta Minions in. Obviously, they have that long shot ability before they move in a little more closely. High hit point structures on the right-hand side, both of those elixir storages are going to go down.
Yeah, now, one thing that I noticed about this is that he doesn't have any wall breakers, so getting into the core is going to be a little bit of a challenge for his battle machine. Something is going to be hitting on those walls for a while, whether it's the Night Witches, the Giants, or the battle machine.
Yeah, that's true. So only 3 Giants. Again, you're so limited in the army camps being so small like this.
Right.
You don't have a chance to bring just mass amounts of units, and every single unit counts. It's funny, when we watch the Night Witches, it's like we'll see all 4 of them go down, and it's like if any of them go down, it's like, no, you got to watch out. Everyone is such a high value attacking troop.
That's terrible. But as we can see, Ninja here has a lot of patience, kind of like Cerise. Both these Frenchmen know what they're doing. Airbomb's going to go there, do a little bit of damage to that Beta minion. And he's still slowly just chipping away. He's got 1 minute and 40 seconds left, so he hasn't dropped off a single Night Witch. He's going to have to build up a big push here. Looks like he's up at the top. Here he goes, dropping him off.
Yep, here they come, and they're going to move in. And there are the Giants.
Push trap, sending them into the
They get sprung in, and the Crusher's going to annihilate them.
Are they going to take it down? They are not.
Man, they're all down. That was
down.
Brilliant. I love that placement of this push trap right there. Look at, you've got the Barbarians out to face the Night Witches. Oh, a Night Witch.
Oh, push traps all over the place. But he does still have 3 of his Night Witches alive. And look at this.
They're on the
battle machine is on the wall that goes in there. So as this continues up, the bats are doing work. Looks like that Night Witch is on the builder.
He gets the ability off. There's the first star, 42%.
42%.
But it's not over yet.
No.
He needs 20 more percent, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen, you guys. The battle machine's going to go down, and Super Texan is going to pick up the win in this round.
45% obviously is not higher than 62. The key play there was that push trap taking out those Giants.
I'm not biased at all. My clan leader winning that one. Good job, Super Texan. But no, that was exciting. That is so interesting, the way the dynamic works again. The Builder's Hall goes down, but then he's got to get the percentages. I love, again, I was just talking about the push traps, and then you see the push traps go off. I love the push traps. They're so much fun to watch.
Now, I believe this is our first 1-to-1. Is that correct?
That's right. We've seen 2-0, 2-0. 2-0 for the first 3 quarters. So now we're at 1-1, you guys. This is it. This is the rubber match. This is for all the bananas.
They know what they have to do.
These guys advance a minimum of €2,000 in prize money.
Nice.
So it's all on the line right here.
I'm sure that that's on their mind as they're up there figuring out what base they want to use and what attack strategy. So Super Texan is going to be defending here, and this, I believe, is the base that we just saw. So Ninja Heroes knows where that trap is.
Or does he?
Ooh, did it get switched?
Did he switch? Could he have had 2 different base designs with the traps moved around? So you never know. But yeah, so, and again, it's going to be the dragons and the Beta minions for Ninja Heroes. And we'll see how things change up. But you're right, it does look like the same base.
Yeah.
And if it is the same base, then those push traps are not going to be a factor.
No, and those were definitely the biggest factor, without a doubt, in that last match with those Night Witches and the Giants getting thrown around. So it looks like he's picking off these outside structures again with the minions, taking his time, being patient. He's got 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Exactly. Plenty of time to go. Beta minions taking out those structures. And you see the Tesla. Was that there the first time? I don't remember if that Tesla was there the first time or not. So it could be one of those things. Is this like a mind game working here? You think it's the same base, but it's not the same base. There's a couple things that have moved around. You don't know what's going on.
Who knows?
Confusion, mass confusion, dogs and cats living together. You never know.
Here you go, sending in everything right there. All the minions in the back going full force into the Builder's Hall. Let's see what he's going to be able to do here. All of his baby dragons got a lot of health, but none of them, again, have their ability activated because they are surrounded by beta minions.
By the beta minions, yeah. So it's a sacrifice you make by dropping the baby dragons, but look at them get in there. Look at the beta minions. They're on that Builder's Hall. It looks like it's about to go down for the first star. There it is, 1 star. And the second star right behind at the top, grabbing that gold storage. Oh, look at the Crusher is still up, and then that's second star.
Second star right there, 50% 2-star right now. All of those beta minions are going to go down, so all he has left is this battle machine, but it looks like there's a pretty good amount of buildings towards the outside, so you can slowly chip away and add more percentage.
Exactly, so where do you go here? On the far left, the clock tower has a huge amount of hit points.
Right.
Those 3 structures, though, all pretty weak, and it looks like the battle machine dropped here is going to path upward and to the left. So those 3 structures easily, and then the clock tower will slow them down.
And again, with that archer tower being at its height, it's not going to be doing as much damage. All the double cannons are down. So if he had gone right, he wouldn't have had to worry about that. But on the left, all he really has to worry about is this mortar that's not going to do that much damage. And that long-range archer tower. So he could slowly work his way around to the other buildings.
And he had no chance of touching the Crusher. What was that? Okay, that was one of the guard hut units went down there. He's just going to work his way, and this is what we're talking about. It seems like the attack is over, and boom, 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 all these structures keep going down. Battle Machine, especially at level 10.
Level 10.
I mean, he was nerfed a little bit. We saw that he's gaining less hit points per level from 5 to 10.
Right.
But still, look at the devastation. There goes another ability. He's going to keep going.
Now, the biggest problem he's going to have on this right side, I think, is going to be obviously the Roaster and the Tesla. Let's see if he can get
he's out of range of the Roaster. Did you see him go out of range of the Roaster? And then he's got 2 more.
Another one?
Oh, man.
71% right
Holy
there.
Cow. 71% 2-star.
71% 2-star. That's not too bad. That's definitely up there with the highest percentages of the day.
Absolutely. I think that is definitely a tough number to beat. And again, so many structures taken out by one single unit, the battle machine. And again, that's one of the things I really like about the setup of the Builder's Hall is the fact that you can, again, take a bunch of structures out, and the battle machine, even though he's the only ground unit of that attack, probably grabs, what, 20% of that
Yeah,
build?
close to a lot of the percentage of that village. Now, obviously, we just saw Super Texan's base, so now we're going to see him attack. We're going to see what happens here.
Exactly. So this, like we were talking about earlier, yeah, there is sort of an advantage to going second, but not when your opponents grab 2 stars. It's like you can't possibly sit back and go, oh, I just got to grab the Builder's Hall, or I just need X percentage. He really has to pull off a super solid attack right here.
Right. Now, I believe that this is a base that Ninja Heroes used earlier that worked really well for him, so why fix it if it's not broken? I feel like I remember seeing this, again, with the Archer Towers on short range, a lot of DPS in this attack, so it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from.
Yeah, so Ninja Heroes really counting on the fact that the base was successful in the first defense, but Super Texan now has a chance to see something familiar. He knows what went wrong the first time. He's got plenty of time to change things up, and it looks like it's going to be Night Witches, Bombers, and Giants.
Okay.
I like it.
We've seen that before, so all he has to do, obviously, the Bombers are going to make their way in. The biggest thing is going to be being able to get that battle machine in the walls as long as it doesn't continue around the outside.
Right.
That could really mess up the attack.
Yep, so you have 8 super high value units, the 4 Night Witches, the 4 Bombers. We're going to keep a really close eye on those, you guys, as we move in, because they're so important, especially with these level 6 walls.
Right. So we see he drops off 1 Night Witch up at the top, and now he's spawning the rest of them at the bottom. So up at the top, those bats are just going to kind of work their way around, be a little bit distracting. It's going to go down to that cannon. And the wall breakers did not break the wall, so the battle machine is going to work his way around the outside.
You're right, but a couple of Giants did come in. They were a little bit late in getting the walls down, but look, he's coming back.
Working his way back.
He's coming back. All right, but the Giants are just about out of there. Now that battle machine is pretty far away from any crushers, but you can see again the Night Witch on the right-hand side just goes down.
It just goes down. All he has left now is his battle machine, that double cannon in range.
Oh, there's a Night Witch off the screen on the right-hand side. A Night Witch
there she is.
Where you can't quite see. Oh, the battle machine goes down. 48%.
There it is.
And just the lone bomber. That's it.
48%. That's going to move Ninja Heroes on into the next round.
Yep. Ninja Heroes picks it up. Our first 2-1 match. So close, each guy winning a battle, but Ninja Heroes had a lot of success with that base both times.
Yeah, so we are now done with the quarterfinals. We're going to be moving into the semis after this, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
All right, so we've got our semifinals set right now as our two competitors are going to return, our clan leaders. That was a tough one.
That was definitely a tough one. We have Judo Sloth and Itsu and Cerise and Ninja Heroes moving on to the semifinals.
Super Texan, you know, it was a close one. It was 1-1. You guys each won a battle, but that base really kind of confounded you. I mean, that was a tough one. I was trying to break it down too. It's a tough one to beat.
Yeah, it was a tough base at the end. Ninja's a very good attacker, so very tough loss.
All right, well fought, good effort.
Yep.
Nightmare Clash. But Ninja Heroes, well done, and like Super Texan said, credit to you. Those were some really well orchestrated attacks.
Yeah, that was really, really close. But I was very patient on the minions to get some percentage, and yeah, I won because of that.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. The patience. So much of it comes down to patience and waiting, and it's so different than the home villages where you see a lot of these war attacks. Players will run out of time before they can get that third star.
Right.
And here, these guys have plenty of time,
Oh, yeah.
and using that can make a huge difference in the outcome of the battle.
For sure. All right, so we are moving into the semifinals here, and we're going to be seeing Itsu and Judo Sloth go after. Now, the thing is, if they lose, that doesn't mean they're out. They get to move down to that bronze bracket.
So 2,000 euro or 3,000 euro for third and fourth place. But I'm fanboying a little bit right now. I want to see Itsu attack.
I'm
ready
really,
to watch
really
this.
excited about this. Let's get it underway. Judo Sloth is going to head up there first.
Getting the crowd behind him.
And Judo Sloth's opponent, the one, the only Itsu, make your way up there.
All right, so here we go. The next set of YouTubers up on the stage, and this is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
In sports, I tend to root for the underdog, the guy who's not expected to win. And I'm a big fan of Judo Sloth. I love his YouTube channel, and Itsu's got a great one too. He runs the Dark Looters YouTube channel. Right. It's going to be an exciting matchup right here. And again, all these guys getting prize money, and we're still 2 out of 3, right?
We're still 2 out of 3 right now. And the interesting thing is, Itsu's gotten the highest percentage so far with that 83% 2-star earlier, and he's defending here, so we'll see him attacking a little bit. But right now, Judo Sloth is inspecting the base, and this looks a little different than some of the other ones Itsu had. Before, it only had 2 compartments in it, I believe. Now this one's got a couple.
Yeah, so it seems like a simplistic looking base with only a couple of compartments outside that big main one. But you know that Itsu's put a lot of thought into the placement of every single structure. The crushers, the roaster, the air bombs, they're kind of exposed out to the right-hand side. See how the air bombs are so close to the edge of the base? I don't know. I mean, that would throw me off. That would be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go take out the air bombs. But you never know. All right, let's see what Judo Sloth does with all ground. Ooh, he's got Barbarian Rush, we call it.
Barbarian Rush with a couple of bombers. Now, the thing is, it depends on where he goes in, because on that top left, he's got that crusher and that roaster that he has to deal with. There goes a push trap, only going to take out one of them, so not too big of a deal. He's going to send in his battle machine in from the bottom with the bomber, so it looks like that's where he's going to be attacking from.
Yep. Look at the bombers one-shotting those level 6 walls. That's the thing. Every other troop just struggles against these level 6 walls, and the bombers just obliterating the walls.
There we go.
And now the Tesla going down. It looks like we should see the battle machine turning around.
Battle machine is going to have to turn around and work his way in. Oh, he's got to get his ability off. Looks like he's going to, and he's still got a whole nother camp of barbarians to get in there. And the crushers are off to the side, so he's already on the builder's hall. Not going to have a problem getting those barbs in there either.
Watch the bombers. 4 of them. Oh, 3 of them left.
There they go.
2 of them left.
Mortar's targeted on them, but he's going to get that first star.
45%, still going.
Is he going to get the 50?
Every unit is down at 48%. Well, that bomber on the right-hand side should be, no, is it not?
Oh, no, it's going to. No, it's going to take out the gym mine.
Oh, no, it's shooting. Oh, no.
Oh, it moved.
God, he ran out of range of it. Oh, no, it went down. Oh, man. He was like out of range, in range, so much of a time delay between the attacks of the multi-mortar, and then it looked like maybe he was going to outrun it for a second. That's tough. I mean, it always targets the closest structure or the wall. So it was actually targeting the wall, even though it was damaging the gem mine, and the wall went down, then it moved, and the gem mine didn't go down in time because the multi-mortar fired on it. It was crazy.
He needed that because that would have been 2 stars, and that would have forced Itsu to have to go for the Builder's Hall, but now he doesn't have to. All he needs to do is get 50% whichever way he can.
Exactly, and that, again, is that huge advantage to going second. Don't have to worry about going after the Builder Hall, even though that is what went down for the first star. Now Itsu can just go, I'm going to go around the outside. I'm going to ring it with whatever he has, and it looks like right now it's 12 baby dragons.
So we've seen this base before from Judo Sloth, and there are a lot of buildings around the outside, so it's going to be interesting to see what, I don't know how he goes about this, but again, all he needs is 50%.
Exactly, and this was such a cool, successful base in the beginning that I'm imagining we're going to see hundreds, if not thousands, of these bases spring up in the live game.
Oh, yeah.
But will it stop just a percentage attack? That's the thing. You know, it probably is going to have a harder time doing that, even though 2 of the 3 archer towers are set to longer range, and they're towards the outside of the village.
They are towards the outside, so they can reach it if he decides to use archers or the beta minions. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does here, but again, maybe like we saw earlier with all those archers, might be able to make it happen.
Yeah, well, he's got 5 seconds left. It looks like he's just going to go with 1 camp of archers and then 9 baby dragons, and a little insurance there with the archers.
Right, and one thing that we saw from Itsu earlier on was that even once he won, he kept going. So I don't think he's going to settle for that 50%.
No, you're right.
He's going to go for the.
You're right.
He's going to go for it.
I bet you anything that Itsu's hoping for a triple here at some point today. And I would say that the percentage right here is going to be relatively easy for him with all of these dragons that he set up. And there are the archers using that cloak ability. And no doubt, especially the one at the bottom of the screen, well out of range of anything.
Right, and one thing that I notice about him is that he doesn't get lost in the moment of what's happening with his battle machine or anything. He continues to scroll around, continues to deploy more archers, which honestly can be a struggle for a lot of people. They get caught up in the moment of what's happening around their battle machine, and then they forget that they could be taking advantage of other things.
It's so easy to get tunnel vision and be focused on one thing. If there's one specific defense that maybe is not targeting what you want it to target, or you're trying to keep the battle machine up, especially a lot of people get focused on pressing the button, trying to get the battle machine's ability to go off. And there it is.
So there it is. There it is. He's already taken this one home, but he's still got 3 baby dragons that he hasn't deployed yet. It's going to be interesting to see if he continues to try and learn a little more about this base, or what happens here.
Yep. So there they come at the top. He's just kind of wrapping up the attack there. Lots of structure still surrounding the Builder's Hall, so it'd be a surprise if he were to grab the 2nd star, but the percentage, more than enough to give him the first, but this is best of 3. So Judo Sloth is going to have a chance to come back, and Itsu, again, will be attacking on the next round first, though.
There we have it. 74% 1 star right there.
All right.
So again, Itsu's going to be, I imagine, facing a new base from Judo. He does have to switch up one of his army camps, so he can't go with that same strategy. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe that's why he switched out to an archer if he's thinking ahead, like a chess match.
That's true.
He wanted to be able to use all baby dragons in the next round, so he switched one out even because he knew he could easily grab the win probably with percentages, even with a camp of archers. Now, if he wants to, if he needs to, he can go to all baby dragons in this next attack.
Yeah, and I would dare to say that his favorite troop is probably the baby dragon. We saw that work for him in the last tournament.
Exactly, in Builder Hall 5.
And then now he's been using it a good bit here. So here we go with the same base design from Judo Sloth, but obviously Itsu wasn't able to get the 2 star on that last one, and that's going to be important for him to get here in order to make it a little harder for Judo in the next attack.
I mean, I would not be surprised if Itsu is thinking about these things like a chess game. He's thinking about what base could Judo Sloth put up next? What if this one comes up again? Do I want to be able to use 12 baby dragons?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Judo. I mean, Itsu's probably thinking about what he's going to be doing as far as attacking next week, not only with the next battle.
He's thinking very far ahead. So he's coming in the same spot as he did with the last one with the battle machine. He's going to work his way around and then start taking out that archer tower as it is distracted on the battle machine. Probably going to drop off a baby dragon up there or something like that. There it goes.
Except this time you know that he is definitely focused on grabbing that 2nd star. He knows that he's not going to be able to rest with just a 1 star.
No.
So clearing from, it looks like the left-hand side, that's where he's going to be trying to get in, most likely baby dragons to take down the Builder Hall.
And here we go. Looks like it is going to be moving his way in.
The crusher from the other side of the
getting
wall.
him from the wall.
Oh, that is not
so he's not going to be able to get into the core. He does still have 4 baby dragons that he can use, and if this one takes out the roaster, that's going to be big for him.
Oh, we got the roaster down.
As he goes down. So he's still got 4 baby dragons. He can go from the top. Obviously, that archer tower that's low is going to be doing a lot more damage than if it was at long range.
Look at that fast fire. In there, both of the baby dragons.
Both of the archer towers on it.
Look at the one on the right. It's going down really fast. There's the first star, 50%.
Here we go. 53.
Archer tower goes down.
Moving in.
Moving on. Look at how
archer tower
much
at the bottom. Can he get it off?
It's going to be close.
No,
it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, it doesn't happen.
He goes. He still has a baby dragon.
He's got 1 more left. I didn't even see he had a baby dragon left. Look at him focus really carefully. He's going down to the exact tile where he's going to place this. It doesn't target the Builder Hall.
But it
did not target the Builder Hall.
How low is that crusher? Do we know? Is the crusher? The crusher doesn't have too much damage.
Yeah,
so
but
if
will it go after
in,
the firecrackers next? Where's it going to go next?
It's at half health.
It's going to go after the... Oh, it starts the Builder's Hall.
No.
It doesn't do it. It can't happen.
One more shot there.
56%, and here...
56 1-star.
Judo has got to be happy over there. You can see the smile on his face. He is pumped up.
Because now he knows he doesn't have to get the Builder's Hall.
Right,
all he
he's
has
got
to
the
do...
same advantage that Itsu had the first time.
Right. I would have no doubt seeing this going to a next match after this.
Absolutely.
He's just got to plan on how he's going to get that percentage and not even really have to worry about the Builder's Hall.
Exactly. Yeah, Judo Sloth looking like supremely confident up there right now. He knows that this is a huge... No, is that the look of supreme confidence?
I guess it is.
All right. I guess you can never be supremely confident when you're facing Itsu.
Right.
I mean, you never know. He maybe have an anti-1-star base setup that he's going to throw up there.
Right, but I believe that we
saw
saw Judo get more than 56% when he faced Klaus earlier. He was definitely up there in the 60s, so he's done it before. It's just going to be whether or not he hits a base that's designed like that other one.
Exactly. So we're seeing another of this rectangular base. This looks very similar to the one we saw before.
Right.
Judo Sloth still with 45 seconds to break the base down to figure out exactly what he wants to do.
He's got to switch out one of the army camps.
That's right. He's got to switch out one on army camp. And this is not a gimme percentage base.
No, not at all. There's only, what is this, 6 structures on the outside?
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely going to have to be focused, and you can see Judo really focusing, really concentrating right now as he's trying to figure out exactly how he can grab the most percentage points. What's the right army to bring in? You see he's got bombers, archers, and 30 barbarians right now.
Right, so there are 17 structures. I just counted that.
Oh, man, that was quick.
Talking.
Okay.
17 structures outside of that core compartment. So there are those 3 other compartments that people can attack. So he has an option to get around there, but he's still going to have to get into the core and take out some of those buildings.
Yep, 17 structures will get him to, I believe, 50% exactly.
Yep.
So it's going to be tough. You can see the archers using that cloaked ability to grab some structures. Gem mine goes down, so that single archer doing a great job out there on the right-hand side. But the archers from the guard hut coming out and wreaking havoc with the archers that are trying to get in there.
So we can see the only thing that he did change out from that last attack was the archers. So he does have 2 camps with the bombers. So he's ready to get in there. That's why he kept those bombers. He knows he has to get into the core. He only has 1 more archer and a lot of structures left over walls that he's going to have to hit.
Exactly. 18% damage already, though, without using a single barbarian, bomber, or, of course, the battle machine.
Here he goes.
Oh, there goes this push trap. It triggers a big mine in there, which is probably good because it was just 1 barbarian that triggered that mine.
Only 1 barbarian went off of that. Now, it looks like he's saving this archer maybe for some extra percentage at the end. He's going to try and get his battle machine in there. The walls are down. There goes another wall breaker, so it is going to head in on that archer tower, which is
42.
Attacking fairly slow, so he's at 42%. He's got to get over 56.
Trying to get... Oh, look at all those barbs moved in, just annihilating.
Get off
and there the ability is... Looks like it's going to get off.
There he goes.
Yep, the ability gets off. 53. Here come the last barbarians. After the Builder's Hall, there's going to be the second star. Judo Sloth taking down Itsu in the second battle right there and taking it down with an exclamation point. Not just beating him in percentage, but grabbing a 2-star right there.
Yeah.
Judo really starting to feel pumped up out there. He just threw Itsu.
Yeah.
Judo reference.
He threw him off. He threw him. He threw him on the mat.
But
obviously, that whole time we were talking about how he only needed 1 star. He just needed to break that 56%.
Exactly.
But he went after it, and he got it.
Yep, there it is. Attack wraps up. 62% 2-star.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
So this is only the second match where we've gone all of the attacks. So we've got a third one here. And it's going to be Judo again going after Itsu to start.
That's right. So Judo having to switch out 1 army camp, I believe, from the last attack.
Right.
But this is what we call the rubber match. Each guy has 1-1. So Itsu, obviously, not bulletproof.
No, definitely not bulletproof right now. I'm going to be surprised if he sees a base that he's seen so far, because obviously they have 3 storage places for their bases, so maybe they're saving them for the finals. If they're confident enough, they want to have that special base that they want to save until the end.
Right, absolutely. And that's the same in the live game. You may have a base that works for you for a period of hours or even days, but eventually players are going to start to figure it out. They're going to see it. If it's successful, people tend to copy it like we saw before. And here we go, Judo Sloth attacking another ring base.
Yeah, and we have seen this one. Remember that down at the bottom with the crusher and the hole in the wall to draw them in. And with Judo using barbarians, he's going to have to try and avoid that crusher down there, especially with that guard post. It's going to pull the barbarians in there and distract them.
Exactly. As I recall before, we saw the battle machine kind of wrap around in Itsu's win from the top left before going around that open wall. And that's the tough thing about leaving walls open like that, is it's going to draw those giants in, draw the battle machine in, and maybe pull them off their tanking duties.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to go back to his same army composition from 2 attacks ago. In the last one, he did throw in those archers to help out. So he's good to go with this army. Looks like he's inspecting, seeing where he's going to attack from. He's going to be locked in 5 seconds.
He looks confounded right now. He's really having a tough time. He's going to run out of time. No more time to switch out the armies. So it's Barb Rush, 45 barbarians, and 4 bombers. And that's the thing. You've got plenty of time to think about it. But once that clock starts, no more chances.
You got to go for it. So it looks like he's attacking from the top. He's not going to deal with that crusher or that roaster at the bottom, but he is going to have to deal with that double cannon, the mortar, and the crusher up at the top once he gets into those walls.
Yep, I like this start right here. Obviously, the crusher on the far right is going to be a non-issue. The units in the guard hut, though, they could, once you get into the core, they're going to kind of path over there and interfere with getting the builder hall down. And here comes the battle machine.
Oh, and that bomber getting thrown in there. He only has 2 bombers left. They've got to get that wall down so that the battle machine can go in. And thankfully, he took out that clock tower, so it's not going to go that way.
He stopped on the wall. That's good there. So we're going to see the bombers. Looks like the bomber to the left is going to get the wall down.
Right, here it goes.
The battle machine. Here it comes.
Taking his time.
There we go. Got that ability. Yeah, that's taking forever. There it goes.
All right, so he's in. He doesn't have his ability for a while. He only has 17 more barbarians to deploy. He's going to his final
here they
camp
come.
here.
Watch out for the crusher.
The crusher.
That's a big
and the battle
group.
machine's
they
down.
path to the right. Great pathing from the barbs. They're going to the builder hall split up.
They're on it.
The crushers on some of them.
They're on it.
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
Oh,
man, just can't get there.
42%.
The roaster on one side. And the crusher on the other side, the multi-mortar doing work. And this last bomber is going to get roasted in just a second here.
Here it goes.
1,000 degrees centigrade or something like that, I hear.
Yeah, 45%, no stars. So again, with Itsu going second, he has a little bit of an advantage knowing all he needs to do is break that 45%, he's good to go.
Yeah, and that's where it's always going to be unique to this tournament setup versus in the live game. You never know that your opponent just only got a 1 star on your base and you need to go for a percentage.
Right.
So right now, Itsu got to be feeling really good about just having to grab anything more than 45%.
Yeah, most of the percentages today have been over 45%. I believe the other lowest one was 48, but otherwise they've been up there. So Itsu's probably feeling fairly confident.
Yeah, and this is, it's a sacrifice you have to make for this tournament setup. You want to be able to see both attacks.
Right.
But such a huge advantage to going second, and especially in this case. So Itsu, you can see him up there. He's feeling really relaxed. He's going to switch out some of it. And it looks like he's just going to go with 40 beta minions and just kind of crush these.
You
like
can
a
see
Judo Sloth
shaking
knows.
his head there, knowing that the minions are probably going to make it happen.
I mean, this is not a
this
is not a 2-star attack.
No.
But I mean, I may be speaking too soon. Itsu could probably make this a 2-star. But I mean, again, he's just going to pick off structures around the outside and work his way in. And again, like we were talking about earlier, patience.
Patience is definitely going to be the key in this. Again, has to beat that 45% as he's working his way around. There's a good number of structures on the outside here, and it looks like 2 of his archer towers are set to short range, so they're not going to be hitting those minions, but they are close to the firecrackers, so the firecrackers are going to be doing that work for him instead.
Yeah, that's true. You see them on the bottom left there, and the air bombs on the left-hand side. But again, you can just see the percentage racking up. He's already at 24%. He's only used 12 beta minions. He has the battle machine that's going to get a few structures as well. And it's just a matter of time. And again, patience pays off.
Patience is definitely going to pay off for him here. Now, the thing is, if he takes out all the outside structures with his beta minions, what's his battle machine going to do? He's got to send it on the wall, and it's going to be hitting it for a while as it tries to get in. So he has to think about that as well, whether or not he's going to use all the minions first, wait on him to be some DPS behind the battle machine.
Exactly, because there's not really a spot on the base, and this is something that attackers look at where they want to get the battle machine going through a wall while it's not getting hammered by, like you said, a double cannon or the short archer towers or something like that.
Right, so he's going to drop it off on this bottom side where an archer tower is in low, short range, so he's going to be shooting faster. He's got that double cannon over there as well as the mortar. He's up
Here
to
it comes.
45%.
One more structure, it's all
that's
over.
it right there, and after he takes this out, that's going to be that's going to be it.
And it's going to be th9 just about to advance to the finals. There it is.
th9 is going to the finals, beating that 45% that Judosloth got.
Man, there is the first star, 50% still going. He had 16 beta minions left, so I would imagine that we'll see if th9 is going to try to grab that Builder's Hall here for the second star.
It'll be interesting, that double cannon doing work, but it is going to go down there. Is he going to get that ability off?
Just barely.
Got it up one more time. Only 8 more beta minions to use. This is probably going to be in the end of it as they get roasted there.
Yeah, the roaster's still in the way, and the air bombs, and of course the short archer tower. But another solid attack, and probably not a surprise to see th9 in the finals going for the 10,000 euro prize. But Judosloth put up a great effort there and forced th9 into that rubber match.
Right, and now Judo obviously not completely out. He's going to move his way down to that bronze bracket where he still has a chance to get 3,000 or 2,000 euros.
Exactly.
There we go. th9 getting the crowd all riled up as he makes it to the final round. And there's some sportsmanship from Judo as they continue to cheer for him as well.
I mean, these guys knew they were really up against it. Anybody having to face th9. He's just got such a reputation, and it really continues. I mean, it's one of the most definitive attackers in the game to be able to say that he is the best attacker in Clash of Clans. Just consistency has just been time and time again.
He's definitely very well known for his ability to do that. But let's go ahead and check out the tournament tree as we send our first person into the finals there. So th9's going to be in there. Judosloth obviously down to that bronze league. We know what's going on. We are moving on to the next match, and it's going to be
the last semifinal. It's an all-French semifinal. We'll bring those guys up, starting with Ninja Heroes. All right, so Ninja Heroes, the leader of Savage Huts, and the other Frenchman headed on his way up is going to be Cerise.
So we have now got the final of the semi-final matches. The two Frenchmen, this is going to be interesting. I think that these games might go the full 3 minutes because both of these guys have shown a lot of patience so far.
Extreme patience, yeah. And this is funny because these two guys spent a lot of time together. Obviously, they both speak English fluently, but French being their first language, you saw these guys becoming good friends this week, spending a lot of time together, strategizing together, and now they're facing off. One of them is about to get eliminated, sent down to the bronze medal match.
All right, so we're going to look at this now. We've got the defender, Cerise, with a fairly open base here. A lot of free percentage on the outside, and the Ninja Heroes is obviously checking the base out right now. He's got the beta minion strategy, looking like he's ready to go.
Yeah, but check out the archer towers at 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock, all set to long range. So what may look like free structures, you never know. Again, he's got the ones at the bottom that are going to go down. He lost that first beta minion, but he's got the dragons and the beta minions strategy, 2 camps of each.
Right now, the thing is with these archer towers, they are going to be able to reach further, but obviously do less damage as the troops continue to push their way in. Looks like he's got the roaster at the bottom and is actually protecting that firecracker structure as well. So that's going to be a little rough if he does decide to go in from that bottom point.
Exactly, and again, we're seeing a lot of this protection of the most important defenses, keeping them right up next to the Builder Hall. The second Crusher is the only one that's kind of out to the right there. And again, that's the key to strategizing and to attacking these bases, figuring out where the possible weaknesses are, and again, you've got to face the mines.
Right, you got to deal with the mines. So he's going all in here from the top left of the structure. He's not going to have to deal with the roaster until they get in range.
Big air mines.
Ooh, there goes some big air mines, and obviously he's got the other air mine up at the top that he has to worry about, but he's moving in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
There goes some more
air mines.
He's got 4 baby dragons up. He saved 1 beta minion. Maybe he's going to use that for some free structures at the end. He did clear a full path in there to the battle, to the Builder's Hall, but obviously he's got to deal with getting his battle machine in through both of those sets of walls.
Yeah, now at this point, where do you drop the battle machine that it could possibly get in through that second wall and get into the core? Because you've got the elixir storage on the right-hand side, you've got the barracks on the left-hand side, you got a minute 30 left. Good move.
Ooh, there he
He's
goes.
going to pick off that barracks, and I think what he's hoping right here is because that barracks is down, now the battle machine might head into the core.
Right.
But that's going to be tough.
Clock towers. Whoa.
Oh, now where did it target? I
He
didn't
targeted a wall right next to the clock tower.
Oh, it targeted a wall on the inside row?
Yes.
Oh no, this
it
could be
targeted
tough.
a wall
It's
on the
gonna
inside
right
row.
by that double cannon.
He's gonna walk
Where's he
right
going?
past the clock
Wow, look
tower.
at that. Oh, he changed.
Nope, he's gonna
changed his
hit
mind.
the clock tower.
Oh,
the double
man.
cannon is on him.
Look at the damage.
The ability's
Look at
gonna
how
go
fast
down.
his damage.
Wow.
Oh,
so the
man,
cannon,
so
the
much
double
damage right
cannon,
there.
Archer
Oh,
tower,
the double
all
cannon
on that.
takes it down.
Only 36% there.
So risky, and that right
Wow.
there, you saw the AI as he's targeting the wall, which made sense from where he was dropped, but then he readjusted. He's like, oh wait, there's a clock tower behind me, I should hit this thing, and the double cannon was just slamming him.
That is, however, that is where I would have put my battle machine as well, up at the
It was a
top
great
to see
move.
if it would go through there. So what we've got here with 36%, we've seen Cerise earlier just take his time with all archers, so all he has to do here is just break that 36% and he's good.
Exactly, and I mean, it's like a learning curve. You think, okay, that battle machine didn't do what it wanted it to do, but maybe players will learn that that outer wall does that. You ideally want the battle machine to stop and batter that outer wall and then go to the inner wall, but that's not the AI. The AI, the battle machine's smart enough to figure out to go around that wall, and so bases are going to change, strategies are going to change, clothes styles are going to change, hairstyles are going to change, times are going to change. Here comes the next attack. Okay.
So now we've got Ninja Heroes defending in Cerise. There's a lot of buildings on the outside. I don't think it's going to have any trouble breaking.
Exactly, and again, that's where we're seeing this. You know, the first attack didn't get the second star, so now Cerise is just going to focus on getting all those structures on the outside. The archer tower is all set to short range.
Right, and like you said earlier with Itsu thinking forward, Cerise has to think here with the army composition that he uses that he doesn't want to use the one that he's going to be using in the next match because obviously he can't use two in a row. So here he's just got to do his job, getting that 36% and taking that win.
Yeah, and this should be, looks like it's going to go ahead and start with 24 archers and 10 beta minions. So kind of an unusual army composition, and like you said, that's good because it's not one that he might want to use in his next round.
Because the last time he used 4 camps full of archers, this time he's just going to bring in those minions, so if he needs the archers in the next attack, he'll be good to go.
Exactly, and once again, just picking out those outer structures, using that long-range shot from the beta minions, using the cloak from the archers to give them that distance. And there are definitely a few spots on this base where these archers and the beta minions are not going to have to worry about.
Yeah, the top left looks good once those guard post troops go down. He's going to be able to take those out, already up to 18%, moving his way around. The mortar obviously targeting the archers once they come into that cloak ability, but I don't think it's going to have a problem.
No, 27% already, and he's hardly even touched his units here. And again, the battle machine, like you said, probably going to come down here at the bottom left or batter up against the wall, but it shouldn't matter too much. Lots of structures going down
30%
at the top.
right there. 33.
Yep.
Moving up. He's got those archers up at the top doing their work, and it's going to be 36%. There's the tie, and then this right here is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for Cerise. Taking the first one.
Yep, so Cerise takes the first one, again, getting a bit of an advantage, being able to see exactly what he had to do.
Right.
And again, these base designs, it's tough to protect those outer structures.
Right.
You know, you can really keep that builder hall concealed and well defended, but those outside structures, you're sacrificing.
Right.
Well, I think that we'll probably see some base design changes in the future where you'll see more spread out bases maybe.
Yeah. And now it's going to be interesting to see Cerise, obviously he's going to be attacking right after this again, which is going to give Ninja Heroes the advantage, but maybe he saved all those archers and he could be confident enough in the base that he made that he doesn't think it's going to get two-starred. He could just go for a high percentage with all archers.
That's a good point. Some of these guys were talking about that earlier in the day, about the idea of even if you are the first to attack, maybe just going for a super high percentage like that 1-star and counting on the fact that your base is going to protect the builder's hall.
So he's still taking his time here. He's got a minute left. He's got a whole bunch of archers. Obviously just hit that first star, 53% here. Not sure if he's going to get in there to the builder's hall, but again, it's good practice. Like I'm excited to see they're not just ending the battle knowing that they've won, because it is good practice to continue and attack.
You can actually see Cerise studying this base just like you would see back at home in the home villages in Clan War. You having a scout attack. I mean, Cerise knows that a lot of these bases have shown up more than once today. So this could actually be kind of a scout attack in case he is faced with this base later on today or even on his very next attack.
Right, now he's coming down to the last 20 seconds here, and he still has a whole bunch of troops left. His battle machine at full health, so we're probably just going to see him deploy everything here, just going all out. Probably going to run out of time before all of the troops end up, but that doesn't really matter at this point because Cerise is going to take home that first victory of their semifinal match.
Yep, so Cerise with the 1-0 advantage right here, and again, those level 6 walls taking forever for that building.
And 1.
All right.
There we go.
All right, so congratulations to Cerise.
Very patient. We called it. We said that they would probably take the entire time, and he actually went overtime. He still had troops alive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although he did wrap it up, and so he's got the 1-0 advantage, and he will be attacking again right away right here.
Yep.
And like you said, so these guys, again, this is the semifinals, so we're still best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
It'll be 3 out of 5 when we get to the finals and that bronze medal match.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into this again. Cerise attacking. It's going to be interesting to see if he does decide to just go for that percentage because he's still got a good percentage on that last one, which, I mean, we've seen some 2 stars a day, but we've also seen a lot of 1 stars and 0 stars.
We have seen a lot of 1 stars, and that's kind of one of the things I like about Builder Hall 6 is it's not just everything is a gimme 2-star. I mean, there's a challenge here to grab that Builder's Hall. And, you know, that is nice to see that the balance is like that. I think that it's ideal that 3 stars are a true rarity.
Oh, yeah.
That you very rarely see one. I think that there are going to be some out there. But this, much like top clan war clans, you're going to see really well thought out, well-designed bases.
They're very, very focused. You can see Cerise examining this base. It looks like some that we've seen so far with that big core in the center and those walls surrounding on the outside. Looks like I'm trying to find the roaster. There it is. So he's got the roaster next to the guard post again to try and pull troops in there to focus on those guard post troops so the roaster can
I like that. Yeah, that's absolutely key because like you said earlier, Molt, there's not a great deal of splash until you get into the core and then you've got the crushers. That roaster, man. I like that strategy. I think that's smart, keeping the Builder Hall in because it is a magnet. It's going to draw units in to focus on those barbs and the archers. And the time runs out.
Time is running out. Using, stuck in with that beta minion baby dragon strategy that we've seen so much today. But it's not going to make him be any less patient. It looks like he's working his way around. He's going to get as many buildings as he can, as patiently as he can. And then I think he's going to go for a big push, probably from... I don't know. He's got some areas where he doesn't have to deal with 2 walls, like over on the right and the top left, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, just a few structures on the top right of this whole base layout. A lot of stuff down on the bottom left. So, you know, and that's the question. Do you push for a high percentage? Or do you really need to push in hard after the Builder's Hall? And these guys are definitely taking into account what they've seen earlier today.
Yeah, most definitely. And again, you can see with this base, like many others that we have seen, all of the archer towers set to low, so he wants as much damage per second, as much DPS as he can get as he's working his way in here. Already up to 15%, moving his way around. We don't see a clear entry point yet for the battle machine, but here he goes with a full attack. Baby dragons in there, some coming in from the top. He still has 1 left. It's going to be interesting. There he goes, sending that in. Air bombs doing work. Archer tower is going down, working his way into the mortar, which is just sitting there clueless because there's nothing on the ground yet.
Look at them all focusing the air bomb, so the air bomb's going to go down fast.
They're going to get it. It's going to get up there.
Big splash. Oh, that took out a lot of units.
And
the air bombs
and the
down.
roaster's in range as well. If he can get rid of this crusher,
this
that's going to be very key.
He's got to get the crusher down. There it is. Crusher's down and the first star.
Crusher's down. There's the first star.
But, and this is a big but.
AI.
The AI, exactly. Oh, no, it is going to...
So he's going that, but where's he going to go when he gets in? Because he's fairly close to that elixir storage on the right side.
Now, yeah, you're right. Now, he is definitely going... I'm thinking he's got to go after that storage. I mean, you can see Cerise looks stressed out right now because this was a great attack.
It really was.
It looks like he's just a square or 2 off from dead center. And when he gets through this wall, we're going to see where he goes.
Now we'll
see.
It's
going to be tough.
Sometimes I've seen the barbarians make them. He's heading over, but the barbarian might make him focus on the wall
right
here.
He's going to stop and go after that barb.
No, he's not going to focus on the wall. He's going to head back over there, and he's going to get
so 53%, and he's going to get roasted. No double cannon over there, so he's going to grab a couple more structures.
Does have the Tesla to deal with.
Probably will turn in maybe after this next elixir collector.
Oh yeah.
But there's no chance of getting to the Builder's Hall.
Oh, he turned in
early. Wow.
Turned in right there.
That
got
must
the
have been
Tesla
aggro from the roaster and the Tesla. He's got to go after that, but again, like you said, level 6 walls, they're so strong.
59%.
No
Is he
more
gonna get the
ability.
60?
I don't think
so.
he's gonna get that
Gonna
ability.
go down right there at 59%.
Wow. Okay.
1 star. Again, we're seeing the AI of the battle machine being very, very key in what's going on here. It's gotten distracted multiple times. It's not going to the core. So
exactly. And you know what's interesting to me is you saw in the previous attack the battle machine go or take a roundabout path around that outer wall that wasn't complete. And this one, it didn't do that. And so you know what's going to happen is these war experts are going to get it down to exactly how many sections of wall, how many tiles it takes to get the battle machine to go around versus not. And so they'll know after a little bit of experience where to drop it to get it to path where they want it to.
For sure. And again, with the limited number of troops that they can bring, sacrificing an entire army camp for bombers isn't what everybody wants to do. They would rather have some more damage. They would rather not have to use something to just break through the walls.
Exactly. And that's what's so cool about only 4 army camps right now is do you bring bombers? And it's just such a huge sacrifice, especially if you're trying to run an air attack. And then it also alters when you drop your battle machine. You can't drop it as late because you need it to tank for the bombers. And all right, here we go.
Cerise is defending, and we've seen this base a couple times before. This is, I believe, one that is kind of built to distract that that battle machine. So if he doesn't bring bombers, then he's going to have to do a really good job of clearing out all of those structures on the outside in order to get that battle machine on the inside.
Exactly, and the air bomb's pretty well protected in there, and we've seen the baby dragons and the minions have a lot of difficulty in getting that builder hall down by themselves because of the air defenses in there. Again, we've got the 3 archer towers at 3, 9, and 12 o'clock set to that long range.
Right, and the ninja heroes obviously attacking now, knows exactly what he has to do. He has to break that 59% 1 star. So he doesn't have to go for the builder's hall, but he's going to have to get a pretty high percentage without doing
Exactly, that's right. It's not a low percentage 1 star that he's got to beat. And you haven't counted the number of structures on the outside yet?
7. Is it 17 again?
I don't know. I lost track. But there's a lot of them out there, and I don't know.
There are.
How many are going to be able to... He's got Night Witches again.
Yeah, so he's going with an attack strategy that we've seen a couple times today. He's got his 3 giants. He's got his bombers in here. He's going for the wall. So again, like we said, the bombers are a sacrifice, but it could pay off here getting that battle machine into the core of the base.
Yep, right through that outer wall, but now will the battle
They got to get there.
Oh, look at the giants! All of his giants went to the spring trap at once. Every single giant. That is so much value lost right there.
The bombers didn't get there fast enough to get them in. Battle machine working his way around. These Night Witches are going to be targeted very, very soon by the double cannon. It's turning around, taking out the Night Witches.
Every single giant. That is an entire army camp got taken out by the spring trap.
Oh my goodness.
That is such value. The witches are gone too.
30%
what a shock
here.
right there.
Wow.
What a shock. Cerise really pulling it off. That spring trap took out every single giant, and that was it.
33%.
No tanking left. Such a fast defeat right there.
33% right there. Again, that shows how important that trap placement is because as long as you take advantage of your traps, it can make a big difference.
Exactly. And Cerise right there picking up the victory.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It really all came down to the spring trap. When those giants went flying off, it was all over. Cerise is going to advance.
2-0 right there. Cerise going up against Ninja.
We've got our final set. We're going to see Cerise face Itsu for the 10,000 euro prize, you guys. That's crazy.
And then we've got Ninja and Judo, of course, in that bronze bracket. And now we're going to be playing best 3 out of 5. So they're going to have a couple more chances and maybe run through some of the same bases so they can have a little advantage as they see the same thing a couple of times. Right, and you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and jump straight into that bronze match where we're going to be seeing Judo versus Ninja again. And Judo, why don't you head on to the stage? All right, Ninja Hero, why don't you go ahead and make your way up to the stage where you're going to be facing Judo Sloth.
All right, so bronze medal match, Ninja Heroes facing Judo Sloth. Best 3 of 5, so an extra battle in there you've got to win to advance, and not advance, but to take home the cash.
Yeah, take home that cash. Again, 3,000 and 2,000 euros up for grabs here. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be good because Judo, he put up a really good fight against Sensu. He really did. And we saw some skilled attacking and defending. Again, Ninja Heroes with a lot of patience earlier.
Patient.
So we're going to get right into it. And Judo Sloth up first on the attack.
Right, and again, this is going to be best 3 out of 5 now, and all the other ones were best 2 out of 3. So they're going to have a couple chances to kind of figure things out and work their way through it.
Exactly. We'll see how many bases we see. We've seen a lot of repeats of bases today. Maybe with just the traps, the mines moved around a little bit. And Judo Sloth looks like he's really trying to take as much time as he can to focus. And that, again, is the great thing about the way the Builder Village works. You can switch out your army camps up until the point that the battle starts.
Right.
And once the battle timer starts, then you're locked into whatever is on the screen.
Yep, so it looks like we're getting this countdown here. He's going to have a couple barbarians, some archers, and some minions. No way to really get into the core, no bombers in this, so he's going to have to clear away. And again, we're going to see if this AI of this battle machine affects the attack if he decides to go around and attack something else.
Exactly. I mean, one of the keys maybe would be to try to use the archers, the beta minions, to take out some of the stronger defenses on the inside. Maybe on the left-hand side, it's hard to say where they're going to go.
Yeah.
To try to create at least a path so that if the battle machine is working on a wall, it's not getting annihilated by a double cannon.
Right, that's definitely going to be the biggest thing. And up at the top, obviously, we have that guard post with all of its units still alive, that archer working its way up to take out that beta minion. So it's just going to be those 2 barbarians and that archer. So that could do some distracting to the battle machine. So if he deploys up there, he's going to have to keep that in mind.
Yep, so 18% so far. We've got a couple more archers and the beta minions to deploy, and you can see the left side getting pretty clear right here as the beta minions working on that. It's a lot of hit points on that gold storage there, though.
And the biggest thing is going to be taking out that double cannon, because again, that has done so much damage to the battle machine today. It's taken out them very, very quickly, so he's got to get that down before he drops off his battle machine.
And you can see he's really trying to get that clear, but he's having a lot of trouble with that gold mine. This is a great defensive setup right here with a high hit point gold storage set right outside that double cannon. And again, ideally, it looks like that's probably what he was hoping. Get that double cannon down, and at least then you're going to have the battle machine working on a wall without getting nailed by the double cannon.
Right.
And now he's going to come in from the right-hand side.
So he's coming in from the right-hand side with that roaster and that Tesla over there. He's going to get away from that double cannon. Doesn't want to deal with it at this point. And he's just got to get in here through this wall. He's sitting in his archers. He's got 1 left. Got a couple barbarians. He's got to get through this wall quick, though.
Yep, 33% damage. And you can see the pathing. Once he gets through this wall, battle machine may end up going to the builder hall before it faces one of the crushers. And you've also got 20 or so barbarians left.
Oh, and the mortar is doing work to all of that, as is the roaster.
Come the barbs.
He might be able to get off another ability here, but that archer staying on short range is going to do so much damage. But he's distracting over on the left side so that that mortar doesn't shoot all of his barbarians down here on the right. He's going to have to head in 48%, heading for the crusher.
50%, he's got 1 star.
There he goes.
He's got 1 star, but it doesn't look like he's got any chance, so he's going for percentage on the top right here. Clock tower, lots of hit
points. Going after that clock tower. Got to get it down with that last barbarian. He's not going to. 53% right there.
So Judo Sloth, kind of, now you can see players are playing both sides of the fence in that they don't want to be stuck with a low 1 star.
Right.
They're trying to go for a max percentage just in case they get stuck at 1 star and their opponent is going to go for that pick-off strategy.
Right, because I honestly think that we've probably seen more 1 stars than 2 stars today, and that percentage really has come into play for who ends up winning.
And I have to say, I love the balance of that because, it's nice when not every battle is just a gimme win.
Right.
I mean, you're struggling just to get the 2nd star, and these are some top players. I mean, we're early in Builder Hall 6, but still, these guys are skilled, and there is that same base that really did well way back in the first round. And this is probably the first time Ninja Heroes has had a chance to attack.
And that reminds me again of a base that we've seen in Clash of Clans as well. There aren't too many on the main base. There aren't too many walls wasted. He's got a great amount of compartments, which are really going to distract anything as they try and get in there. So getting that battle machine into the core is going to be very, very difficult on this base.
Yeah, and the interesting part about this base layout is back in the home village, when you use empty compartments, it'll cause the wall breakers to not worry about those walls. But these aren't wall breakers. These are bombers, and they will still go after those walls even if there's no target of value within that enclosure.
Right.
So, it's interesting. They look like wall breakers, but we all have to remember they're not. They're bombers. All right, so archers and beta minions.
Start here, archers and beta minions. I think this is the first time that we've seen 2 camps of archers, 2 camps of beta minions here. Maybe he's just going for percentage here because obviously there's only that 53% that he has to beat. So Ninja Heroes has to get over that 53% in order to take this win.
Yep, so obviously different attacking strategy, not worried too much about getting over those walls. These guys are just going to sit around on the outside and pick units off. Despite the longer range archer towers on the right and the top left there, and 12% so far.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of structures around the outside. On the right side, he does have that one short-range archer tower, but he also has those firecrackers up there to help.
Yeah, they're set pretty. You're right. They're set pretty far to the outside there, so nothing is just free up there in that area.
No, obviously down here at the bottom, he's got some pretty good damage down at the bottom. Those firecrackers are going to cause some problems, but he should be able to take out that double cannon fairly easily. The archer tower up at the top is doing work on those minions.
33, 36, working his way up. Archers get through the gem mine at the top, still cloaked. And again, that's what's so cool and unique about the troops here at the Builder Village versus back at home, is everybody's got an ability. We don't have spells, but they all have abilities that are unique.
Right, and yeah, the cloak has definitely come into a big play here when it comes to these patient attacks that Cerise and Ninja have been doing, where they use that cloak, they take out the buildings as best as they can, and he's working his way up there. Again, 53% is what he's got to beat, 48% is where he's at. He's still got his battle machine. I don't think he's going to have
it looks like a pretty much a clear win here
There's that
for Ninja Heroes.
Right,
he's got the 53% right there.
There it goes.
And it's just going to be a matter. There it is. So Ninja Heroes clinching the victory right here.
Taking the first one. And he's still got his battle machine down. He's just got to drop that off. Still has a minute to play. But again, at this point, it doesn't really matter the percentage that he gets, because he's already taken this first one.
So he can relax a little bit. And again, probably like we've seen before, Ninja is going to use this as information gathering right now. A bit of a scout attack to see, how things are going to work, and see maybe if he's thinking about what if he needs to two-star this later on. Because it's very possible that Judo's going to be using this again, because in order to win this bronze medal match, Ninja's going to have to pick up 3 victories.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Now he's working his way in, and there's no real direct damage there for the battle machine, which is surprising. The only double cannon that's left is up on the top right. It's going to be completely out of range.
Speaking of second stars,
here
it comes.
We go, working his way in. That archer is obviously doing a lot of damage to it, being in that short range. But if he works his way around, goes left, he's going to go straight to the Builder's Hall. The Roaster's on it, but he should take it down.
Easily. There it goes. Second star. And look at the percentage.
Yes,
71%. He's going to get the firecrackers down.
There he goes. 74.
Another ability goes off, but the Crusher takes him down.
Wow, that 74% is one of the highest percentages that we've seen today. We've had an 83 and a 71 and a 74. Most of them have been fairly low.
Yeah, so that being the second highest percentage we've seen all day. So a super solid attack. And again, when it looked like maybe he just crossed 50%, there's another 20% left on that base. A solid win for Ninja, but he needs 2 more.
Right, he does most definitely need 2 more, so we'll see what happens here. Obviously, best 3 out of 5, so we'll see what base he faces here. I feel like we've only seen 2 from Judo, so I don't know if we'll see a third here.
Yeah, Judo counting on a lot from that base early on. It did really well in the first round, but right there, that was some devastation to that base. I'm guessing that one's being put away for now.
Oh yeah,
and we're probably going to see something else from Judo,
especially with Ninja being able to get in there and get one of the highest percentages of the day down with those 2 stars. He's going to have to send him a different base if he's going to have a chance of defending.
Yeah, and it just shows that, there's 2 ways to get through these walls. 1, with the bombers getting through the walls, and 2, clearing out enough defenses that something else can melt their way through a wall.
Right.
And that was well done. So here we go. We're taking a look at another base.
I think this might be a new one. It looks a little bit like the Cyclone with that little wrap around where it can kite things around there. And let's see, all their archer towers are set to low. So that's going to be a lot of damage as he comes in here. And he's using the minions and the baby dragons.
Yeah, and you know what? This quickly, from what we're seeing today at least, has been kind of the meta. I think if you took a tally of all of the attack strategies so far today, I think we've seen this by far the most.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It would be somewhere with this one, and then we've seen the Giant, the Bombers, and the Night Witches a couple times as well, but this by far has been the most popular.
And the Night Witch is exciting to watch, but it's cool to see a continued diversity of attacks.
Right?
Yeah, they're forced to change one battle camp out, or one camp, but here we go. Okay,
here he goes, going all in on the side, all of his baby dragons in there. The Roaster is targeted on those baby dragons up at the top. 3 of them
bomb goes up,
are almost down. He doesn't have his battle machine in there or anything. So
last baby dragon is in there to try to protect.
Nice. Baby dragon, focus on that Roaster. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get this battle machine in through these walls. That minion up at the top.
Roaster goes down. There's the first star. Oh, the air bomb's on the right-hand side.
Wow.
On the left-hand side, you got one.
Look at this minion.
This is beautiful right here. The minion's going to get that Crusher down, you guys. And that means that the battle machine, if he drops it correctly, is going to go after the wall with nothing firing on it, and then go straight for the the builder's hall.
Yeah,
I'm so excited I can't even say it.
You can see the
Guaranteed
sides.
2-star if it gets going.
Everything is clear
Sorry, Judo
from the
Sloth.
outsides, and
there
the
it
battle
goes.
machine's got to get in here. He does have to deal with those 2 archer
Here he
towers
comes,
that
right in
are
the
on
corner.
short range that are going to do a lot of damage, but he's heading into the center right here.
Exactly, and this is what we're talking about. 2 ways to get to the core. Use your bombers to wipe out the walls, or like we're seeing right here, getting all of the defenses out of the way and getting the battle machine to get there.
Right.
Without getting fired on by defenses.
So you can see he's just hitting on this wall right here, taking his time. He is going to have to deal with the guard post. Do you think the guard post is going to pull the battle machine
No chance.
over to the side?
No chance.
Nope, they're making their way over to him. He's going to head in there.
Look at those barbs. Oh, that's what you do to elite barbarians right there. Okay.
There he goes.
So that is going to be the 2nd star easily, and he's going to have another ability up. We're going to see more percentage points getting racked up right here.
There he goes. 2nd
wow,
star
check
from him,
that out.
59%, taking out that guard post, continuing to work his way
We get
around.
one more. We get this archer tower. Looks
He's
like
not
it's
going to
be
get another
close.
ability, but he is
he
going
got
to
it
get
down
down
to
that archer
65.
tower, 65%.
Solid attack
go.
right there from Ninja Heroes. What early on looked like it could have been just a percentage grab becomes a 65% 2-star, and that's solid. That's going to be tough to overcome.
Right.
And I love this late battle stuff. I love the way to see the way things unfold. Even after everything's been deployed, so much can change.
Yeah, for me personally, I don't save my battle machine like we've seen so much today, but it seems like it's paying off for a lot of people. They're saving it, they're not wasting it, they're clearing out buildings, and they're getting it into the core and letting it do its thing.
Exactly. I mean, there's really 2 ways to use that battle machine: as a tank to distract if you're using Night Witches, or like we've seen here time and time again, picking up, I mean, these battle machines are picking up 10, 20, 25% of a village because of the defenses that being wiped out early.
Right, so we're going to go ahead and get back into this. The defender, of course, Ninja Heroes, but Judo Sloth knows what he has to do. He has to get that Builder's Hall, and as you can see, it's in a core of its own in the middle.
Oh, man.
So it's either going to have to be air here, or it's going to have to be some bombers so that he can get in there to that core.
Exactly, and the key to this base defending is the fact that it's usually tough for bombers to last that long.
Right.
To get to that inner ring of walls.
Yeah,
and
especially
so
with those distracting walls around the outside.
Right.
That, again, like you said earlier, this isn't the main base of Clash of Clans. If those buildings behind it are gone, these bombers are still going to attack.
Right, they just wander off. It's super frustrating, but again, that's part of the learning curve. Everybody's starting to play and realizing that things aren't the same as they are back at home. A lot of these units, especially, you're looking at the archers, even the beta minions and the barbarians, those first few seconds of their attack are super valuable.
So he's going to go ahead and start this here. Now, this is a little different than the other one we've seen. He's got 3 camps of baby dragons.
Yeah, so 9 dragons, 9 baby dragons.
And it looks like I imagine he would probably attack from the bottom side here. The roasters on the top, which we've seen do a lot of damage so far to dragons because they tend to group up as they work their way in. So staying away from that roaster is going to be very important.
Exactly, and as they work their way in, you got to remember one thing, and that is that it's almost impossible to hope that the battle machine would go after the builder hall before it has to go after at least one of the crushers. So I think that Judo Sloth is probably counting on the baby dragons to grab that builder hall.
And right here you can see those archer towers are set to short range, so they're not hitting those minions. Those minions are pretty much free until it gets in range of that air bomb, which you just saw get triggered there, and those firecrackers. So it does look like he's trying to take out more of a percentage over here on the left side of the base, so he's going to have to get in there. And the damage that's done to the builder's hall is going to have to be from the baby dragons or the minions, because the battle machine's not going to get in there.
Yep, just 2 minions left to deploy, and you've got 8 baby dragons yet to go. 27%. You can see Judo really focusing right now. A couple more minions. The last of the minions on the top right there. Going to grab that structure on the outside. But again, 65% 2-star is the figure to beat, and it's going to have to be 8 baby dragons that get to that builder hall.
Right, and he's got to be careful of keeping them too close. So he's attacking from the top, going in there where that roaster is. Not really too worried about it, but he's got to keep these baby dragons spread out so that they keep that ability. The first one goes down very quickly to that short-range archer tower. That's going to be a problem up there.
Trying to get that crusher out of the way, maybe with the baby dragon. He's going to bring one in here behind. There's the roaster, absolutely cooking that baby dragon, and the short archer towers too. That went down so fast.
The short archer tower is very, very strong against any type of unit. It's doing work right now, but again, this roaster is probably going to be the biggest problem over here. Ability is going down. He's only at 48%. He's got to beat 65% 2-star.
Here comes. He's got 3 more baby dragons after this.
There
he's
he
got
goes.
the first star. Baby dragons. He's trying to spam that ability. Can't quite get it off. The Crusher takes care of the battle machine, 53%.
He's got
just
two more.
2 baby dragons left to go. Can they possibly
That's
clear
go down
that
very
roaster out?
quickly. He's got to get that roaster out,
Man,
and then
they
I
didn't
think
go after the roaster.
It'll be out of range of any other
Yeah.
air defense, or at least it should be. The archer tower is not going to hit it. The firecrackers might be in range if he deploys these correctly, but still, he's got to get up to 65%.
Yeah, and we know that one baby dragon will be successful in taking out the roaster right here.
Oh, it's in range of the firecrackers.
Yeah, oh, the firecrackers, you're right, are firing. That's going to make the difference right
Take
there.
it
It's
out.
not going.
Oh, it's going to go down.
Simultaneous, but
it's going
what just happened right
down
there.
towards the
there
double
goes the baby dragon
cannon.
after the double
That's
cannon.
going to be it.
That was tough. I mean, you had a chance that it could have pathed in after the Builder's Hall, but dropped a little bit off to the right. And that round,
62% one star. He was close
tough.
on the percentage, but he needed to get that Builder's Hall in order to take that win.
Exactly. So that gives another win to Ninja. Ninja going up 2-0.
Right. There we go. But again, obviously, best 3 out of 5 here. So if Ninja takes this one, it's going to be over. But Judo Sloth is going to have a couple more chances to bring it back.
Yep. So Ninja Heroes, it looks like they're getting ready to go. And Judo Sloth, that was tough. I mean, that was hard. You really hoped for Judo that he could have gotten that last baby dragon in there. But like you said, percentage and the Builder's Hall, and the Builder Hall only would have gotten him to 65.
Right.
He would have had to get the baby dragon to path and go after another structure after that just to grab the top.
And he still had those firecrackers doing work and that other short-range archer tower, which takes out those baby dragons so quickly.
Yeah, and it's critical to have the knowledge of what units can take out other units. Like head-to-head, we know, I actually made a video on the fact that a single baby dragon will take out the roaster.
Right.
But, like you said, the firecrackers were there, the firecrackers were firing, and that just annihilated baby dragon. It never had a chance.
Right. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump back into this next one, where, of course, the defender is Ninja Heroes because he's already attacked 2 times, 2-0. Judo Sloth has to make it happen here.
Yep.
And look at that center core again.
Yeah, once again with that inner set of walls, so tough to get through. So we'll see, well, we're seeing some bombers this time.
There we
Looks
go.
like 6 dragons, 1 camp of barbarians, either enraged or sunburned. It's sometimes hard to tell. They look sunburned to me.
They do
really
look a little sunburnt.
Right.
But the thing is, again, those wall breakers or those bombers might do a good job of getting into that first core.
Right.
But the chances of them making into that center core where the Builder's Hall is, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, in Barb Rush strategy, you're going to try to get the barbarians in and use them to tank so that the bombers don't get taken down. But sometimes you need more than 15 barbarians to get that job done. We're going to watch these bombers are going to be extremely high value right here.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely key if they can get in deeply.
Wow.
And how long they survive.
That mortar just took out those barbarians
Yeah, that was quick.
very, very quickly. He's going
Battle
to
machine
send it in.
already.
Here come the bombers as well. He's sending in some barbarians. That double cannon is going to target them. They're already in the wall. There he goes.
Going
He's
through the
heading
wall.
in.
It's going in
now,
early.
The
That's
thing
a good
is,
sign.
they can't get distracted here, though. He still has 1 bomber he hasn't deployed. They've
All the
got to
bombs
get
went
into
down
the
at
core.
once. That's it for the barbarians.
They're heading over towards the Crusher, and I believe the battle machine's going to just work his way around unless he can somehow get a hole in that core.
Yeah, he wanted the battle machine to go left to take out the air bombs. It went right. It's going to face that Crusher, and even with the ability, it's going to be tough. Because, again, your favorite defense, the double cannon, is just crazy damage right there. Bye-bye battle machine.
It absolutely
He's got the
destroys
first
those
star.
battle machines. There's the first star, and there is an opening right there, but again, those air mines. And look at that baby dragon going off to the right. He dropped it off on the left to see if it will go to the core.
Again,
I guess it likes gold.
It's again tough to see what the tolerance is, how far away you can drop something before it's going to path after it. And the last bomber working hard. You can see he's going to get a couple more sections of wall down. But those walls, what did I hear? They're worth 0.002%
Right, so the wall, Springtrap sends off that last one. That's going to be a 59% 1 star right there.
No, but the wall's actually not worth anything.
Right,
so they don't go towards percentage at all. And that's an unfortunate part of the way the base is set up. Your bombers can just sit there and waste time all day going after some spare walls.
So we are going to see Ninja Heroes come in now, and he knows what he has to do.
Yep.
He's got to beat that 59% 1 star, which is going to be a high percentage. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does, in fact, go for the Builder's Hall, or if he thinks he can get over 60% with just free buildings around the outside.
Exactly. And that has been a tough thing to stop today. If you're using archers, beta minions, almost any combination of those units, you can grab a lot of percentage points. And not having to worry at all about the Builder's Hall. Again, interesting to watch those walled-off Builder Halls making it a huge challenge against any sort of ground attack.
And here we go. So he's going to switch this up. The Builder's Hall is not going to be in a core of its own. If he can get in here and work his way towards it, then he could get that 2-star. Even if it's a 50% 2-star, that's all that he's going to need.
Exactly. And 2 of the 3 archer towers set to shorter range, and they're pretty much close to the inside. So this probably not the ideal base for stopping the pick-off of those outer structures, even though the firecrackers are pretty far out.
Firecrackers are far out, but up at the top we have that one archer tower at long range, so that's going to be kind of hard to pick off. But he does have a lot of minions here and only one camp of archers, and he's got to beat 59%, so this is definitely going to be a challenge.
Yeah, it's not a gimme. We're going to have to watch and see, but of all the attackers today, Ninja Hero is maybe one of the most patient in the way that he plans things out, the way that he's willing to drop just one unit at a time and use every second of the battle timer there.
And this is going to be it. If he does, in fact, beat that 59%, it's going to be 3-0. So I know he's thinking about that 3,000 euros.
Exactly. So 3,000 euros to the winner in this battle, and the loser will take home 2,000 euros. So not too shabby to even lose here. These guys definitely having already beaten at least one opponent to advance this far.
Right. So we're at that 24%. He still has 2 camps of the beta minions and not too many free buildings. And it looks like that clock tower is probably going to be in range of those firecrackers. So that's going to be a little bit difficult because it is one of those higher hit point buildings.
Exactly. Got the clock towers and those storages as well. So the beta minions right there at the bottom using that ranged ability, going after the gold storage and the elixir storage. 27% so far.
Yeah.
And he's about halfway through his units there, and he still has the battle machine, of course.
I was expecting to see him drop off the battle machine there with all those minions down to help distract that archer tower.
Oh, maybe
as the minions work in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to get that double cannon down there on the left, and that would allow that battle machine. 45%, he's closing in, but
losing 3 archers there. 45% again has to get over 59%. So he's going to be in that 60 percentile. He's about to get 50% here.
There it is. There's the first
star, ladies and gentlemen. But he's still got a good percentage to go here, and nothing really is free on the outside except for that gold storage at the top. So his battle machine's got to get inside.
Yep, so 53%, and at this point, the structures are going to be worth 3% each. So he needs 2 more structures to tie and 3 to win, and it looks like he's just going to drop all the rest of the minions on the left-hand side to try to get that double cannon out of the way.
Yep.
That works, so I would imagine that that's where he's planning at the top there.
Here he
and
goes.
That's going to be the guaranteed tie. And to get through the wall
hopefully he'll go after that long-range archer tower, which is just going to barely tickle him. It's not going to do that much damage to him. That actually might have helped him go in there in that corner. He's out of range of that double cannon, which again we've seen today be completely fierce against the battle machine. He's just got to get in here, only being tickled by that archer tower and that cannon. Once he takes this down, that's going to be
the wall. Time is counting down. It's going to be close, but he's got the ability.
Right.
That's going to be the wall right there, and this is just going to take a couple of shots.
For the archer tower, 15 seconds here. Got to hit it twice, and that's going to be it.
We have our winner. Ninja Heroes picking up 3rd place today, 3,000 euro, 3-0 over Judo Sloth. And that was close. That was closer than it might have been.
Not only with the time, but also the percentage there.
Yeah, that time almost ran out. But he did pick up the extra building, and he won just by 1 building right there.
1 building.
But he did clinch the 3rd place slot, 3,000 euros. Congratulations. All right, so there you have it. The bronze medal match is decided. The only thing left is the finals. We're going to see the other Frenchman, Cerise, go after it.
This is definitely going to be interesting to watch.
I can't wait to see this. This is going to be crazy. Watch these guys battle off. Best 3 of 5. Let's take a look at the brackets. Everything's filled in now.
It's all filled in.
We just have the final championship match. Best 3 of 5. Itzu from Germany against Cerise from France.
Itzu, head on up to the stage.
All right, and ready to do battle against Itzu is none other than Cerise. 10,000 euro on the line for first place, 5,000 for second. Itsu, probably the most dominant Clash of Clans player that we've ever seen arise, and it's up to Cerise to try to take him down. Cerise has been calm, cool, and collected all day, though.
Yes, his patience has paid off. It's going to be interesting to see if he continues to deal with that, even though he's facing someone like Itsu.
Exactly. So here we go. We're going to get this battle underway with Itsu attacking first. Another ring-style base, and all of the defenses inside that second layer of walls being protected. And Cerise definitely knows what Itsu has done so far today, and you can see Itsu really focused right here. Definitely taking all of the time he needs to exactly figure out how he's going to dissect this base. Itsu doesn't attack, he dissects.
He dissects, that's most definitely true, and you can see that the archers are all on high, so he has to be careful if he decides to go with air or things like that, because those archers are going to be targeting those minions and those baby dragons, even if they're out of range of it.
Yeah, look at this. He chose the fourth camp right now as bombers. I'm a little bit surprised, and here it comes. Look at that. He knew exactly the fact that that bomber would be able to do this and get the wall. There's two of them there without being touched.
Wow,
and then the battle machine moves in. I love that right there. Look at that path right inside.
To the middle.
He knew it was going to go right to the inside. How do you get that to happen?
That was very, very well played by Itsu.
Look at the bombers go.
He's going to be able to get there to the double cannon, which has been the menace of the battle machine all
Watch
day.
out for the multi-mortar. Oh, it took out two of the bombers right there. Now they're going to split up.
Oh, they're going to take out the barracks down there.
Got the job done, and that is the kill squad.
Oh,
get the air bombs down. Oh, he didn't get it down.
They only have one hit, though, so the baby dragon is going to take some damage, but it will take it out very quickly
so
as
beautiful.
well.
That's talk about translation of war to here. That's a kill squad if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And he started off with the bombers by themselves. There wasn't anything else there. Now he's got a clear
that giant mine right there just annihilated that dragon. But that got, there's a couple more. But like you said, it got the job done. Left side of this base, look at it, it's almost perfectly.
Right.
If you draw a line right down the map, you can see the entire left side wiped out.
Completely
and
wiped
now
out.
he's got two more baby dragons to drop to get the builder hull down.
Get that air defense there. They go. Oh, he's going to go after
the double cannon first. And
not going to take it out. He only has two left.
Oh, here he goes.
It's going to go in on the builder's
Straight
hall.
to the builder hall.
So now he knows where to drop off that other one
roaster.
as well in order to make it there.
Oh, look at that. It's not going to happen. The firecrackers, the roaster, and that archer tower at the top are going to team up, triple teaming the dragon right there. And it looks like Itsu is considered. Yes, he is. He went the safe route.
Wow,
he's going for percentage in the top right here. Wow, amazing. Cerise's base holds Itsu to only a 50%, 1 star.
Wow.
Man, that is a shocker right there.
That's the first change
really
of pace we've seen like that, where it's slowed down. It looked like he had everything going for him. His first plays with those wall breakers were perfect, or those bombers. They did exactly what he needed. But then all those air defenses ended up staying up.
Triple teamed on that last baby dragon in the core. Never had a chance to get the builder hull down. Itsu playing the safe route, trying to drop one out to the right. And that's a shocker. I think by far that's the lowest first attack we've seen from Itsu. He's pulled off other attacks where he knew he only needed 1 star.
Right.
But now Cerise, with the advantage here, just has to pull a 53% 1 star. And he's going to win the first round.
Wow.
Wow, this is a bit surprising, you guys.
We've seen him do this before with all archers, and look at all of these buildings that are really, really far out. It looks like this base was designed to prevent that 2-star, but he doesn't need that here.
Exactly, exactly. And you don't have time to switch out your base now and, knowing that maybe there's a different style attack you need to hold off.
Right.
And this right here, after we've seen Itsu attack all day today, you know that we're going to see just a massive amount of patience.
Yeah.
It's going to pick off these structures one by one, and it looks like 32 archers.
All archers again. Cerise knows what he's doing with this. We've seen it before earlier on in the stream, so I think he's probably feeling pretty confident.
I think he is, and I think everybody is pretty shocked at what just happened in this first round, you guys. Itsu, the most dominant player in Clash of Clans, really not putting up the ideal attack right there. Looked like he was going to do it. I mean, the plan of attack, and that's the thing. These bases are small, but it doesn't always go as planned.
No.
1 tile, 1 unit, 1 mine can make all the difference, and we saw it right there, and that's, again, why I'm so hooked on the builder base right now. I mean, I've been playing this like crazy.
It most definitely has been a lot of fun. The builder's base brought me back to Clash of Clans as well. I've been playing a whole bunch.
Welcome back, Molt. Welcome back, man. It's good to have you.
Appreciate it. But here we go. Cerise has started. He's taking his time. He's slowly using that cloak ability to take out these buildings. And that cannon's going to take out that archer, but those army camps don't have that much health. This archer should be out of range of that cannon as well.
Yeah, those single cannons will annihilate an archer, but man, that cloak ability, look at them work their way through those structures on the left-hand side. It does seem like it lasts a long time.
So he's already up to 24% here.
Okay.
Some of them just got sprung away.
Yeah.
The archer up at the top is taking out that laboratory. You got army camps, which are very, very low in hit points, so they can take those out very easily. Working his way up, he's going to be close to 40% soon. He still has 16 archers and that battle machine that he can use. So
exactly. So only 4 more structures set on the outside, so he's going to have to get to the inside. But again, the archers don't have to worry about it. I mean, they're going to fire right over that wall. We've seen this targeted precision of dropping, I think it's 2 or 3 of those archers, letting them use the cloak and watching them annihilate something like an archer tower